From the mean streets of Essex, England, this is Whatcast.
Hello there. This is Whatcast, and I'm Matt. So today I'm just going to go and do another live. Like, this is I enjoy doing it. So what can you do? I'm getting some spare time. I'm in the middle of some legal bullshit that I'm doing with a finance company at the moment. So I'm expecting a phone call at some point. All right. If I do, then I will have to make some kind of a plan to continue the stream. If there's people arguing on the talk of tick, I'll leave them to it and take the call, etc. If not, I will probably kick the entire live and play some music here until I return, and then come back. About the previous car, yeah. They're trying to bill me for shit that's got nothing to do with me, so I'm just building a case in case it goes to court or whatever. But anyway, that's all bollocks. No one's interested in any of that. Right, so let's get straight into the talk of tick then. Let's do it. Not that one. This one. Here we go. See what we do today. Earlier on I had Caleb trying to give me shit in the chat. I was in someone else's live, in the chat anyway, and he was giving me shit, so I'm hoping he's around. That'd be fun. Oh, we're not live yet. So if suddenly my phone starts ringing, then expect me to disappear. If there's people in here, I'll just leave them to it. If there isn't, then I will probably restart it, but I'll stay on the tube with you and play shit until I'm done. It shouldn't be a long call. Yeah, good old Triple K. Oh, let's go into my other thing. I mean, I can't guarantee I'm going to top yesterday's, what's it called? Reptilian reveal that we did. But I was getting shit in the... This is what really I find really weird about the talk of tick, right? Everybody wants to, like, virtue signal or whatever. Everybody's got an issue with whatever you do, right? And if you're not harsh enough on the fluff, everybody's like, you let it get away with it, stop doing it. They all get the right? But yeah, yesterday there was a guy in here, and I was reading the chat afterwards on the talk of tick, and they were saying that, oh, this is not fair. This guy's obviously not right, and you're doing this for fun. This is terrible. Go easier on him. Go harder on him. Go easier on him. Go harder on him. Go easier on him. How about do your own lives, is what I'll say, right? And let me worry about what I do here. I'll do whatever I want, because it's my live. If you don't like it, go and sit on a snail. That's what I'll say. Hello, Zamboni. So, let's go here. Click the likes. I don't want it up. Don't want the volume up. What am I doing? Gonna need to hear my phone ringing though. I know I'll say a bit about Oakley's. Tone sent me something about Oakley's book, and I watched a little bit of the stream, but I was trying to catch up on some kippage. What's Snail Sitters Unite? Snail Sitters. I might have to create another membership tier. Snail Sitters. I think so. Hello Boston. Hello Calder. Brandon. Big Fish. George Quee. I just still never know how to say your name. What else we got here? Just thinking. Daryl. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all so far. It's shite and just extremely deceitful. What is? What I just said. Oh, Oakley's book. Got ya. Yeah, well, of course, it wasn't going to be an honest book, was it? Let's be honest. You got the biggest prick in the world writing it. Like, it's unlikely to tell you anything that's ever not going to be bullshit. What cracked me up is he's even given up on any other argument other than measured flat. Like now, he used to come out of all this other shit, but now he literally only has one thing now, and somehow just continues to try and make a living out of it, which is funny. But long may it continue, because me someone to point and laugh at. I'm gonna make a bit of a bet here. If anyone wants to take it, I'm gonna bet that the first person that comes up says to me, I'm gonna say, "What do you think?" And they're gonna go, they're not gonna say it's flat. They're gonna say, "It's we don't live on a ball, dude." And I'll say, "Oh, you got any evidence for flatness?" And they say, "Yeah, well, my observations, we're not spinning. I can't see a curve, and I don't feel any movement." Someone's about to prove me wrong.
We don't live on a ball, dude.
There you go. Who took the bet? Is anybody going to pay me up? How we doing?
We live on a rock floating in space.
There you go. Is there any flat earthers knocking around in the chat that you can see here?
I just got here.
Cleavage K says, "I feel movement." You just got it. I don't know if I recognise anybody in here yet. Right, I'm assuming you're Globe, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll have to drop you. They can join again later if you want. Once the panel fills up. Thanks, mate.
Yep.
Cheers.
Late.
We are spinning. The moon is flat. Oh, it's that thing where I always look out for this. If you look in the comments wherever you can see them, YouTube and TikTok, people will be coming through naming shapes that it actually is now, because that's always a funny joke. Oh, it's a cube. It's a triangle. It's a hexagon. It's a donut. And then you get the deep thinker will come in and say, "It's a toroidal field." Like no one's ever heard that before. That's always funny. There you go. There's Amar. So, see the sort of thing that Amar's just said there. It's flat. I was walking home and street's flat, not one curve. Waterman, do you ever come up? I'm going to invite Waterman up. He won't come up. But I think it's a tradition that Waterman's the first person in here. I invite him up and he refuses. He likes to sit in the chat and argue with people. Like they call it, like the comment section coward. Learn what a circle is. A constant curved circle, says David Wolf. Don't know what he's talking about. Another person that thinks that when something says Earth is not flat above your head, that means you're a flat earther. Don't know. Mediocre rage bait. Next question. I didn't ask a first question. Mediocre intelligence for saying that. I can sit and argue with a chat all fucking day. Amar, are you a flat earther? You're saying silly things, but I don't know whether you're doing it deliberately. Right. If Earth is round, why aren't shoes curved? Cheers, Lorraine. What's all this stuff going on about the Smith of Mikey over there? I find the Smith of Mikey one of the most boring people to watch ever, in fact. But everybody seems to be obsessed with what he's doing. Literally all he does is take pictures of stars with bad blur and claims that he's taking pictures of the firmament, and people seem to find it entertaining. Don't know. You think Earth is round? Loads of fake laughing emojis from Fish there. Fish is Fish is that I can guarantee you, whoever Fish is typing loads of laughing emojis whilst sitting there with a completely straight face. Zamboni, I'll definitely have you up, mate, but I think it might frighten people away if I have you up now. So, unless you've got anything different. But, dude, Earth is flat. Very convincing. Water can curve around a ball. Colder over on the tube of Yo with the fake laughing emojis also. Water can't curve around a ball, can it not? Drop a ball into some water, pull the ball out of the water. Is the ball now wet? Debunked. It's not worth discussing, but it's fun to discuss. You should have seen that, like, for people getting like the usual bollocks that people come through in. What are you doing this for? What's the point? Oh, you're wasting your time whilst wasting their time watching it, right? Those these sort of people. But yesterday we had a guy that thought that I was a reptilian, and that the other guests, one of them was a small grey, and the other one was something else. And he said that he was 33 million years old, and he was 100% serious. Right. That's why it's funny. Water sticking to the... Everyone's straight from Eric DeBay's 200 proofs today in here. Water sticking to a ball 1,000 miles an hour. Ha ha ha. Yes. Exactly. Explain atmosphere in a vacuum and thrust in a vacuum. So no evidence of a flat earth then. I've got to sit down and explain everything. So what would you accept as an explanation for anything? That's what I want to know. Okay, Zamboni, we'll bring you up then. Hello, mate.
Hey, so the live people are going down. Everybody tap the likes. Come on, 100 people. Get at least about 500 likes. It's not hard to do. Tap the screen. That's all I want to say. Get these people in.
Yeah.
We went up to 200, and I was like, y'all need to start tapping. I'm tapping like crazy.
Share to your heroes that you all like, the Flat Earth heroes. Most of them have blocked me, but share them anyway. They might unblock me to come to the live. It'd be funny.
Easy, 500 or more. Just keep tapping it while you're waiting in there.
Yeah.
All right,
cheers,
that's all
mate.
I gotta say.
Appreciate that. Cheers. The Went in Plane Knit Rocket. Cool. Make water stick around a ball you can't. Drop a ball in the water. Pull the ball out. Is it wet? There you go. And you know it's dripping off the bottom of the ball. Do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? Do you know why that could possibly be? Why does it fall off? Why do you think? Why does it fall off that way? What do you think? Did you ever do your research, right? Or did you just literally watch Eric DeBay and think that you've debunked all of physics? Why doesn't our oceans do the same? What do you mean? I'm just going to invite you up because it's funnier. Right. I bet you don't come up. So that's what I call reverse psychology. I'm going to call you a coward before, and then you'll want to prove me wrong. Oh, you can't come up. You ain't got enough fucking followers. 4 followers. Figures. You can't come up. Get yourself some more followers and you can come up. Or request. If you request, I might be able to let you up. Don't know how it works, but I can't invite you. It's not letting me. It doesn't matter. The Angels of Shite has turned on Fred, has they? That'd be fun to watch. What's their disagreement then?
Yeah.
How we doing?
Yo, how you doing, Noel? So,
yeah.
How does the water around the Earth not fall off? Like you say, if you drop a ball into water and it falls off, how doesn't the oceans and the lakes not fall off the Earth?
To where? Where would they fall to?
wherever space is, if the Earth is round, whatever space is, how come our oceans doesn't fall off? The same way you said, if you drop a ball into water, the ball's wet, but the ball drips water, the water falls. How come the Earth doesn't drip water if the Earth is round?
Because there's nothing underneath the Earth. Like underneath the ball is the Earth, right? So the Earth is pulling the water off of the ball.
What I'm saying is, right, so if you get a ball...
I understand your
Earth is a
question.
ball,
You don't understand my answer.
right? But that's what you're not giving me a straight answer.
Yes,
maybe.
I am.
Like,
This is the straightest
the
answer
oceans,
that anyone
right,
could ever
so
give.
Oceans, right? Oceans stick to the Earth, right?
Yes.
In this ball.
Yes.
How does water curve? Water can't curve and
Yes, it
stick curved. No, it can't.
Yes, it can. It literally does. Look out the window.
Falling straight down.
Where would it fall to? Tell me where it would fall to. Where's the up and down in space? Where's the reference frame in space?
I don't know enough about space. I know about curves and angles.
Yeah, but when you've got a ball that you've put, like, so if I tell you to put a ball in water, a tennis ball, pull it out, and then it will stick to it to some degree, but it will drip off the bottom and eventually evaporate on the ball, right? So the reason it's dripping off the bottom is because we're standing on a much, much, much bigger ball that pulls the water off of that tiny ball. There is no much, much bigger ball underneath the Earth to pull the water off of the Earth. So mass attracts mass.
Right. I'm trying to make sense of that.
Yeah, but you're not. Look, I'll ask you this question. You may not be able to make sense of it because you can't. You've never seen anything like that, right? Because you don't observe anything like that. But do you think if it was as simple as the way you word it when you say we need to be able to do that on a small scale, otherwise it's not true, when you've got gravity working all the time, right? Do you think that every physicist and scientist in the world would miss that and wouldn't ask that question? But yet some flat earthers some flat earthers on TikTok did ask that question, and they're suddenly really smart, even though they're all unemployed. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. It's obviously true, isn't it? Otherwise, somebody at some point over 2,000 years would have said, "Hold on a minute. Why is it when I've got this ball with water on it, all drips off, but the ball we're on, the water doesn't drip off?" Because there's nothing for it. There's nowhere for it to drip. There is no up and down in space. There's only up and down on Earth. Down is that for everybody. Up is that for everybody. If you go off into space, there isn't a right way up. It's all from your own reference frame.
So let me ask you: do you believe we can get to space or whatever?
I don't see why not.
There?
It's not really the argument, but I don't see why not. So there would be space. So are you a flat earther?
Yeah.
Right. So you think that is true?
Yep.
Right. So when we measure the air pressure, the density of the air at the ground level, I don't know what it is, 14 point something or another. What the fuck is life restricted? People are reporting me for I'm not doing anything. Right, so I don't know what it is. People in the chat will know. But as you go higher and higher and higher, it gets less and less and less dense. That's why, like, when you're at the top of Mount Everest, you can barely breathe, right? You have to keep taking breaks, acclimatise to it and everything like that. So if you keep going higher and higher and higher, it becomes less dense and less dense and less dense. All spaces is when there's hardly any density there. So that would still exist on this, at the top of the dome there. So because we can record that, so we can record it getting less and less dense as you go higher. So when you get to the top, it's pretty much space anyway. So what's the difference?
But like you're saying, there's no up and down in space, right? So this is going to kind of caveat away from flat Earth, but like the moon, if you can't go up and down, how do you get to the moon? You need to go up to get to the moon.
No, you don't. You go to wherever the moon is. So up and down is only a reference on Earth. So when we go to the moon, if you went to the moon, then you go into orbit first, and then you get off to the moon that way, whichever direction the moon is. It'll always be up and away from Earth, but it's not up for everybody at that moment. Wherever the moon is, different for everybody on Earth. If you can see the moon in the sky, it'd be up. If the moon's below your horizon, it's not up from where you are.
Right, cool. I just wanted to get my message across.
Oh, mate.
I've said what I wanted to say, mate. Thank you very
Cheers.
much for listening.
Thanks. No problem.
See you later.
Cheers. I mean, yeah, he was decent enough.
Yeah, bud.
George, how we doing?
Not bad, mate.
What did you want to say?
So, it depends on which model you're looking at. Don't get me wrong, I'm not forced. I like doing all the hypotheticals. So we can argue both sides. But you're saying that the experiment only works on Earth because Earth is bigger and it takes the water from using gravity because it's got a higher centre of mass, yeah? By that same definition, if there's no up and down in the universe, the sun is a much, much bigger thing than we are with heavier mass and greater gravitational density. At some point or some perspection, the sun would be directly under us, depending which way you framed it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can say, like you said, if you're in the northern hemisphere and the moon goes beyond the horizon, obviously it's not directly above where you are. I understand that, but at some point, the orientation of the Earth, if you change the axis, if you're looking at the heliocentric model of the solar system, if you just tilt it, the sun could be underneath us if you're going off no frame of reference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll never say
And if that's true, why doesn't the greater mass of the sun strip all of the water from the ball? And I can give you the fact that the Earth is technically, in the grand scale of things, as smooth as a pool ball because of the dips and dives and all that shit. So I'm not really sure where the other boy was going with it. But my other question was the freezing point of gases when you go into a vacuum. So by definition, we must have a firmament. Oxygen freezes at what? Minus 217, and the vacuum of space is minus 279 degrees. So that means there would have to be a solid layer of oxygen that's frozen as it breaks our atmosphere, yes or no?
No.
Why?
What would freeze?
The oxygen molecules. I get
There's
it's
hardly
getting
any
thinner and
there.
thinner. I get it's getting thinner and thinner, but the acclimation of us being there, all of the off gas that comes up over time would generate a decent barrier.
How?
Because it doesn't just disperse, does it?
How?
Okay, why doesn't the atmosphere disperse in a vacuum?
Can I ask you this about atmosphere dispersing the vacuum? I don't know what you're talking about, but is there a pressure? Is there a gradient of pressure going higher and higher and higher, gets less and less and less and less dense?
Density and pressure are two different things.
No, there's the density of the pressure, the density
Yeah,
of
okay,
the
density of the
atmosphere,
pressure,
of
yeah.
the atmosphere.
I'm understanding that.
You're playing word
but-
semantics. You know exactly what I'm saying. So
No,
and
I
you're
know
not
exactly what you're
answering
saying.
for a reason, because you know
No.
that there won't ever be a point that it all freezes, because it's just getting less and less as you're getting higher and higher, right?
No, I get that to a point, but then how do you explain the concealment of gases in the vacuum? If there isn't a barrier to contain said gases, you can say gravity to a point, that gravity isn't great enough to be able to condense those molecules that are in the outer atmosphere. That's what I'm saying. This is where I'm struggling. If you know, tell me. If you don't,
They're
I'll go find
the
out.
tiny particles up there, so they're higher up than all of the others because they're less dense than all of the others. Eventually, you run out of stuff. There's nothing there. At no point would it create a barrier, because there wouldn't be enough things to create a barrier. There wouldn't be enough things there to freeze. It's
Even
slowly
up-
getting
even
less
over
and
the-
less.
Even over the hundreds of millions or billions of years.
Yes.
No.
Why would it? It's measured. We measure the density of the atmosphere. Like,
Yeah, and I get that, but what I'm saying is the density of the vacuum of space is greater than the density of our atmosphere, so something is keeping it pressurized.
the
from
density of the
escaping.
vacuum of space is heavier. Did you say?
Yes, because it's lacking, it will take, won't it? Because it's such a greater vast area than the size of our planet, yeah? Surely the vacuum, which tries to get equilibrium, yeah? What's stopping our gas pressure from being stolen by the greater vacuum of space? If we can agree that gravity doesn't do necessary things to gases in that way without a containment unit. The same way you can't just get 10 kilos of propane. It has to be in a contained, sealed unit, is what I'm saying. Because otherwise it would escape to find equilibrium with the greater pressure outside of itself.
So
wouldn't it?
why doesn't it do that in the? If there is a dome over us, why is there hardly anything at the top of the dome then? If that's the case, Why is it not
Are we
rushing
saying
up?
there's a
Why is it
firmament?
not rushing up to fill the available space at the top of the dome?
That's what I'm asking. So
Well,
is
there's
it
no
the point-
dome, so there's my answer.
Okay, so no. So what's stopping it?
I've got a good answer here from Professor Phil Bell in my chat. The gas particles run out of kinetic energy, so gravity overcomes the kinetic energy.
The kinetic energy from the gravity sustained on Earth is greater, therefore, than the pressure of the vacuum of space. That doesn't.
The
that
gas.
doesn't-
Well, he's a professor. Who are you?
Yeah, no. I get that, but I'm asking the question.
I
I
know.
understand what he's just said, but to the grand scale of, you know what I mean? You can fit however many million Earths in the sun. How many Earths can you fit in the vacuum of space around us? And by definition, does that not lead to a bigger area that would need to find equilibrium?
What are you actually
It's-
saying? Are you saying the vacuum of space should suck everything into it?
Yes.
Why?
That's what every pressurized system does. If we're talking about gas pressure and density, then surely equilibrium needs to be found between them. If not, there'll be a barrier to stop such.
You know vacuums don't suck, don't you?
Well, they do from the perspective if you're in a higher pressurized system, it would suck you out into
Definitely.
vacuum.
They don't suck.
I mean, they do if you're exposed. It depends how you're
Absolutely
exposed to it. It depends how you're exposed to the vacuum. If it's gradual or if it's instant, you're going to get sucked from where you are
No.
to wherever that point is.
No, it's the more dense pressure rushing in to fill the vacuum. It isn't sucking.
Okay. So when the door opens on a plane, when it's a pressurized capsule going through the air, what happens? People get sucked out because of the pressure differential.
No, they're
Yes,
not
they
getting
do.
sucked out.
Yes, they do. There was a very famous bloke on a Jet2 holiday that got sucked out the fucking window.
I'm
And
not
he's suing
saying
them.
that it doesn't appear that they're getting sucked, but that's not what's actually happening.
So the
Like a
higher
vacuum
pressure in the
cleaner
vessel-
doesn't suck either. Did you know that?
No, it creates a vacuum
It's the same
inside.
thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, so again, word semantics. If we're
It's
arguing
not word
about
semantics.
I mean, it is because you still can't give me a reason as to why the atmosphere doesn't fuck
I've
off.
literally given you 50 reasons. You just don't like any of them because you are actually a flat earther. You're just too embarrassed to admit it.
No, I'm just asking the question. I haven't
You're a
got to
flat earther.
decent
Just at
answer.
least be intellectually honest and say, I'm a flat earther and this is what I think, rather than I'm not a flat earther, but I'm going to get really angry with answers you give me because I don't like them.
But I'm not getting angry with your answers. I'm just trying to get you to a definitive one. You're
I've
just going because I said so.
No, I didn't.
Not,
I've-
it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
So Professor Phil Bell, again, Professor Phil Bell, right, that you probably will dismiss, oh yeah, he must be a paid shill, says vacuum is only in an area with very little gas. That's what I've just said to you, right? So that is what?
Okay, so what's in space?
Very
What's
little of
space
anything.
made up of? Exactly. So a lesser, if it's got less things in it, that would appear it to be a vacuum, yes?
Yes.
And there's more space than there is planets, yes?
So you are saying, so shall I just tell you what I think you're trying to say? Are you trying to say that the power of the vacuum of space should overcome gravity and suck everything into space?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because it clearly doesn't, does it? Why wouldn't it on this? Why doesn't it on that? Why doesn't it suck everything on the ground to the top of the dome? It's the same thing.
I get that, but I'm asking.
So
why,
how does
if
that
the
support
forces
this?
Are so different,
How does
though?
that support this?
I'm not saying about the smaller scale. I'm saying on your small scale that doesn't equivocate because the sun would rip all of the water off of the planet if there wasn't anything stopping such.
You know the sun
because
is
it's much greater than
The
us.
sun is 93 million miles away. Why would it have any effect? Why would
Because-
why would the gravity of the sun overpower the gravity of the earth that everything is on?
The same gravity of the sun that's moving us through the universe because we're attached to it because we're in its gravitational range.
Well, if that was the
because of
case,
its
we'd be
density.
flying into the sun, wouldn't we? Why would it take everything off of the earth? It would just take the earth into it, wouldn't it? Why would it strip the earth of everything and not just pull the earth into it? If that was
But
the
I'm
case.
saying, from the argument with your tennis ball and the water, you take the tennis ball up, and the water drips off, is what you said, because we have gravity on the earth.
Yeah.
It drips down towards the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. For size scale, the earth would be a marble, and the earth would be the sun. With the same distances and everything, because of its mass and relativity, I'm struggling to understand how it works on a small scale but not a large scale, given the mass difference between the earth and the sun, and then the pressure difference between the earth and the vacuum of space. if the vacuum of space is however big it is, by definition, it should have greater power over a smaller gravitational pull. No,
I'm going to answer because I've got another answer here. This is obvious to me because I've actually looked at this, but there's people that can word it better than me. And I'm going to say what Phil Bell says here again. The gas particles high up don't have enough energy to escape Earth's gravitational field. So we're talking about kinetic energy again, right? So you didn't like that answer before. That's the answer. I'm sorry. I don't know what your background is, but why is that not a good answer?
because that's just going off the basis of the Earth. I'm saying what about the other half of the equation where it's got
Yeah,
a
but again,
greater presence.
If you
No, I
if you would
understand that
if you would have
reason in which-
no, but if you would have the courage to admit that you're a flat earther, and I know why you won't, because then you know it also doesn't work there. What you're saying doesn't work also wouldn't work there, which is why you don't want to pin yourself to that. I get it. That's what they all do, right? But it would be the same issue.
I'm willing to learn. Like I said, I'm just trying to get my head around it because with those two equivocates, it doesn't make any sense. If
Because
that
you
is
don't
what it is, I
understand
need
it.
to look into it more. 100%. If that is what it is, I'll look into it more. I'm just saying, to me, yeah, the math
But you,
might matter.
but you understand what I was saying to that other guy, right? So he's saying so if gravity is real, we've got to accept, even if you don't believe in gravity, like this isn't my story. I just like to do observational stuff, right? I've learned about this stuff doing this topic, but with gravity, if we're going to accept that there is a downward acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared, which is accepted by everybody, flat earthers like to say it's not gravity, it's other things, electrostatics, whatever. But if we're going to accept that that happens, then how on earth can you expect to get a ball wet and the water not fall to the ground at 9.8 meters per second squared acceleration? Because that's the silly flat earth argument, is like, if this happens here, why doesn't it happen there? But what is the reference frame in space? What is the huge mass underneath the earth to make the water drip off of the earth downwards? There's nothing there to do that. You're saying the sun should be doing that, right? This is what your argument is. You're saying that the gravity of the sun should be pulling the water, making the water drip off of the earth.
Yeah, from the same argument with the tennis ball and.
But we are
all the rest of
standing
it.
directly on it within the atmosphere with the gravitational pull right here. The sun is 93 million miles away.
But I'm saying the distance equivalence, if the Earth is that tennis ball and the sun is the Earth, yeah, for the size difference, because you can fit however many Earths in the sun. I was only asking for the density. Does that not affect its gravitational pull enough to strip it?
No.
No?
The sun's
Off the
93
same argument
million
from what you
miles
said.
away. No, there's the
Yeah, it's 93 million miles away. But
the Earth's
it's
gravity would
however
overcome the
bigger.
sun's gravity. This is
How
well
would the Earth's
understood.
gravity- How would the Earth's gravity overcome something with a bigger mass?
Because the things that you want to be pulled off of the Earth are on the Earth.
No, I understand they are, but what you said doesn't make sense. The Earth can't have greater gravitational power
If
than
it
the
doesn't
sun.
make sense, then all of physics is wrong. You should apply for your Nobel Prize.
No, obviously I'm not understanding something, but I was taught that density is mass. Mass gave itself to gravity when there is nothing else around. Anything with great enough mass creates gravitational fields, yeah?
Well, yeah,
Like
but
planetary
none of it's
objects.
going to overcome the mass of the Earth, is it? Nothing on Earth is
but-
going to
but it-
overcome the mass of the Earth.
Yeah, nothing on Earth will overcome the mass of the Earth, 100%. But the Sun is millions of times denser with much more mass than the Earth, which would
And
mean it has a
93 million miles away.
100%. I'm getting that. If it's just the distance thing, then yeah, 100%.
It's just a distance thing.
In my head, I'm trying to visually do it.
Like, do you believe that planets exist, or do you not believe any of that? Do you believe the sun to be local?
What do you mean? What, like?
Like, do you
The
think
whole
the
flat
sun
Earth
is
thing
within
is
our
in the
atmosphere in
firmament?
reality?
No.
You don't.
No.
So do you believe there's like solar system, planets, etc.?
As far as I've been led to believe with the laws of the universe and how they work, then yeah.
Well, this is what I'm saying is this is how they find the planets. This is how they find movement, and they go by movement, but judging by doing the maths with the gravitational pulls of everything. And this is moving in this certain way, therefore there must be something else there making it do that. But we can't see something else. Let's look here in this place, and then they look there, and there is another planet there. This is how they all got discovered, right?
Yeah.
So it's well understood what the gravitational pulls and stuff do in space.
No, I get that, and the corkscrewing that we're doing, we're not just stationary. The sun's moving, we're following the sun while going round the sun.
Phil, if you wanted to come up, mate, I'm happy to have you up. Phil wants to is in my chat answering all of these questions. He's a professor. There's a guy that's quite well known. It's in my YouTube chat. Seeing if he wants to come up and field some of these questions, because I'm not really like the space stuff. I don't find it that interesting. I like doing the sun and sunsets and ships over the horizon and stuff that everyone could just go and look at. That's much more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Explain why asteroids hit Earth and not the sun, says someone there.
They do hit the sun, but they'll be absorbed.
That's exactly. Hello, Max. Yeah, what, did you have any other points?
That was more or less it. I'll drop that if you want to.
All right, mate. Nice one. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you for listening to my ramblings.
Cheers. Now I can bring you up on here, Phil, and you can talk to them from here if you wanted. I just have to create another window if you wanted to do that. I've done it with Dave McKeegan the other day. Let's see if I can do it. Why don't they always hit the sun? What are you talking about? I'd have to create. Hold on a second. Is it that one? That'd do. Could put it up there. It's up to you, Phil. If you wanted to come up, you can jump into that window right there, and you'll be able to hear and speak to these people. What else we got in there? Click the guest box about 300 times. Max, you're the only one in there. You have to hang 10 for a minute, mate. I'll bring you up in a bit if you want. Let's just get this rocking and rolling. There's someone else there. Whoever was just requesting, request again. I'll stick the link in the chat here, Phil, if you wanted to click it. It's up to you. Okay, no problem. Is Amar like really a flat earther then? I thought he was pissing about. Let's see if he wants to come up. He seems to be gobbing off a bit in the chat. I can't see him. Someone blocked him or whatever. I don't know if I've even got any mods in. I don't like mods. I'm a control freak. Mods can fuck off as far as I'm concerned. I can't see him in the chat. It's flurf on flurf action is funny. Apparently Angels, so people that can't see this, Angels of Shot and Fred have fell out, which is funny. I mean, Fred's an embarrassment, let's be honest. If I was Angels, I'd be ashamed of Fred as well. I think Fred's days, mate. That Jay Cutler thing was probably the end of Fred. once you make up a stupid lie like that, and double down on it, I mean, at least. No, not science with Freddie. Fred, what the fuck's his name? Globe Crusher. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm on tomorrow, Phil. I don't know. I've already done like bloody 3 days in a row. That's most unlike me. I'm only doing it today because otherwise I'm just sitting around waiting for this phone call. I'm just doing it just to pass the time, really. Hold on a second. Although I appear to be. I'm going to break my super chat record for none in 41 minutes. A scientific. Who's this saying it here? Scientific theory. Right, it's a simulation. Right, that'll do. I'm all over that. Is that? Oh yeah, I know that person. It's not. They don't seem to be. They've all been told to not come to my live. This is the thing. Don't go there. God damn it! Don't go and talk to that Whatcast. He's monetizing flurfs. Yes. Yes, he am. Boston Concerts breaks the duck. I'm actually in profit. I've actually made something on this live. Boston Concerts says no breaking records today. I'm still breaking a record. That's still the least ever. No breaking records today. Oh God! And Brandon. Okay, maybe I'm doing all right now. Cheers, Brandon. For the $4.99. No broken records today. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. People only, like I've noticed with lives, no one wants to come up when no one's up. I'm just going to bring Max up. No one's coming up anyway. Hello, Max.
Hello.
How are we doing?
How you doing?
Anything funny happening on the old YouTube?
Yes, I can give you a little update. Nathan Oakley's book hasn't officially released yet, but it's already been leaking and lead-welling all over the internet.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, Tone did it, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, Toon got it from someone, probably a flirf.
Yeah.
And we're waiting on the very angry response from...
Oh, God. He'll go into...
someone named XXX says, Max, you a stooge. Well, come up on here and debate me. See how bad I am.
You're a stooge. Who's this guy that's up here? Mark, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How are we doing? All right.
I think we could start this argument by actually looking at our current lines of academia.
Yeah.
By that I mean, let me give you an example here in Ireland. We have this so-called Neolithic site called Newgrange. And Newgrange will detect pretty much winter solstice. When the sun's at its lowest point, it chimes down the chamber. There's many buildings like this around the world that do that, right? Okay, so this is what they tell us. And our historians have said that these buildings could be possibly 7,000 years old, from 3,500 to 5,000 BC. Then you go over to the geography department and you get the tectonic slide rates for Europe. And they are 8 centimeters per year. That's not happening. Newgrange would be out of whack in 6 months.
So what does that mean? Explain that to me. I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, what do you mean? What part don't you understand?
Any of it.
Okay, listen. You have a megalithic tomb with a chamber and a corridor. And the sun only shines when it's at its lowest point, the sunrise of the lowest point of the year, winter solstice. It's nailing it every year, according to our historians, for 7,000 years. When you walk across the hallway to the geography department and you ask the geographers, what is the tectonic slide rate of Europe? They will tell you it's been 8 centimeters per year. That's absolute nonsense because Newgrange wouldn't line up. So you can't have your bread buttered on both sides. And we really, really need to take a serious look at the nonsense we've been told.
Well,
that's all
number one, you're wrong about it's 0.95 to 2.5 centimeters per year.
Okay, stop. 2.5 centimeters. 2.5 centimeters per year. It would be out of whack then in 2 or 3 years. Here, I'll even give you.
So why did you
half
give the
centimetre.
false information then? If you knew,
I
if you knew it was false.
I didn't say it was false. I said, according to the geography departments in UCD in Dublin, University of London, the tectonic slide rate for Europe is 8 centimetres per year. Even if it was 1 centimetre per year, as your man is pointing out, it's 2.5, Newgrange would not line up after a year or two. The ground is not moving.
Well,
ground
the
is not
angle,
moving.
the angle, to
Oh, here, listen to this nonsense.
Okay,
The
look,
angle.
mate, calm yourself down. I've just let you speak uninterrupted. He's trying to respond. Stop panicking and then just let him respond.
Okay. Let him respond.
that wouldn't change the angle because the tectonic plate moves as a whole thing. So the angle that it's carved at remains the same. And the funny thing is that while you invoke the winter solstice for you, it's the summer solstice for me, and the sun is at its highest point for me. Also, with going the wrong way, going right to left, which demonstrates that we're on a globe.
I don't know who you are, but you're a knob, so I'm going to block you.
Right. No, because the only way that could happen is the sun at its lowest point in Ireland would be rising down in the deep southeast. So in order for that to happen, our slide rate would have to be going in a northwest direction. So you're saying Europe is sliding away to a north in order to keep it aligned with the megalithic tombs. It doesn't happen. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Have a good one, lads.
Okay, I think this is a rebuttal. So someone in my chat says the distance from the sun to the earth changes 3 million miles in 93 million miles. It's sweet fuck all.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know. I don't understand the topic. I'm not even going to pretend.
Right,
well, he thinks that because the tectonic plate moves, that would change the alignment.
Excuse me? Excuse me, are you pretending that I understand?
No, well, it's pretty easy to know that on winter solstice, the sun shines down.
Can you tell me why I would lie that I don't understand? I'd rather look stupid and pretend to the chat that I don't understand something to try and keep the globe lie alive. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, you're coming across as you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Go look at Newgrange. Go look up
I've never looked at
Newgrange.
any of this. I don't even know what that place is. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never done any research into this, and I don't mind admitting it.
Okay, and I'll tell you what actually makes it even worse. There's a second one down the road from me. It's even more sophisticated than Newgrange. It does the sun up and the sun down on winter solstice. So now we've got two fixed positions on the ground tracking a celestial body, and it never, ever goes off kilter.
Right, okay, I've got a question here for you. So Unfornicated has said for $5, which direction does Europe slide? How much has the local area of the tomb slid?
It hasn't, because it keeps lining up with winter solstice. Not sliding anywhere.
So it moves northeastward. The plate,
well, look,
the tectonic plate, the Eurasian plate moves northeastward.
And it's moving perfectly in line with the winter solstice angle. Isn't that unbelievable? Isn't that just unbelievable?
No,
that
because
Are you saying I might sound really stupid asking this, but this will demonstrate that I ain't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. Are you saying that earthquakes are fake?
There are the ground tremors. I've been to many earthquake zones. The ground tremors, and what I would say to you on that is, I'm 50, 60 years of age, and California, Los Angeles, is in 50 foot further out into the Pacific than it was 100 years ago. Please, it's nonsense. But anyway, look, if you want to believe it, go ahead and believe it. It's just not happening.
Uruguay is smack dab in the middle of the South American plate, and I don't get earthquakes. And on the other hand, Chile is right on the border of the plate, and they get a shit ton of earthquakes.
Well, it's like I said, I don't see Los Angeles sliding out into the Pacific so many feet per year. It's just not happening.
Oh, really? Hold on.
Yeah, really.
Hold on.
Really. And our GPS
Hold
wouldn't
on.
work. How would our GPS work if all this movement's going on?
So what's causing the earthquakes in California then when they do happen, like the horrendous earthquakes?
I don't know. I don't know what's causing them. But
The
it
one in
isn't-
China, like literally yesterday.
Well, it isn't sliding tectonic plates. It's not
Oh.
sliding.
Definitely is. Check this out. Camera. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, hold on.
But I'm just proved that they're not moving. Ireland and the European
No,
plate are not moving.
you
You
proved that.
sound like you're scared of a response, though. It's weird if if you're so confident in this evidence, you won't mind it being challenged. I don't understand.
I
the
work
problem.
away. Listen, it's there. It's Newgrange. It's been doing it every year for 7,000 years. That's the proof I have that the ground's not moving. It's real simple.
Did you see that? Tell me the ground's not moving.
It's not moving. It's certainly not.
Really?
It's not moving because it
That's on par with I can't see the curvature.
Whoop.
it wouldn't line up. It just wouldn't line up every year if it's moving at all.
Yes, it would, because
wouldn't.
you're moving a couple of millimeters in a
No.
compared
No.
to a distance of 93 million miles.
Now listen, you're talking about millimeters now. I'm telling you, go into the geography departments right now, go on Google and tell me what the slide
I
rate
did.
The slide
The
rates are
slide
from-
rate is 7 to 14 millimeters per year.
No, it's not.
So that's
No, it's not. That's not what I read. It's 8 centimeters per year. The same kind, it's 8 centimeters per year. And you know what?
citation needed.
But you know what? I'll give you the credit. Even if it were 10 millimeters a year, Newgrange would be out of whack in about 6 years.
No,
So,
you're
yes.
incorrect.
I'm
No,
not
because
incorrect.
that
How
would be.
about you? Oh my God.
Can I
That
ask?
would be-
Sorry, Max, because he seems to be like. Are you a flat earther?
I'm not anything. I'm not anything at all. I'm just telling you
That
what I'm
means
seeing.
flirt.
That means
Yes.
yes, yeah.
My angle on this is that our lines of academia are highly corrupted. That's
No, no.
Yes.
Your brain is corrupt.
That doesn't prove a flat Earth whether they're corrupted or not, does it?
Well, we why go to flat Earth when we can start really
Because
basically
that's
at
the
what we're being
topic.
taught?
Yeah. This isn't do earthquakes exist? It's flat. Earth is not flat.
Well, there is no tectonic plate sliding around on a ball.
Oh,
he said a ball.
definitely are.
That's even
He said a
more
ball.
hilarious.
That's definitely a flat
That's even
earther.
more hilarious.
So, do you believe that the sun is local? If you like making observations, do you want to talk about the sun, or just want to? Have you just got your?
I don't know. I reckon it's local. Yeah, I reckon it's pretty local.
So
So a flirt.
yeah, it doesn't change angular size during the day. Why then? If it's local,
What do you mean it doesn't change in angle?
it doesn't change angular size. So the sun is measured to be the same size for the entire day, despite it apparently getting closer and further away from
Well,
it.
that's not exactly true because
It's
that's got to do with
100%
whatever.
true.
That is
What-
absolutely true.
Listen, I have humidity here, and I've seen sunsets, and the suns are enormous.
Did you measure
in
them?
the
Oh,
evening.
but that's a glare. That's not the
Yeah,
sun.
that's
You
the
need to
glare.
use a
You
solar
need a
filter.
solar filter. I can show you a
Oh.
video. Are you interested or not?
Okay, lads. Okay, it's a glare. Okay, whatever, lads.
Yeah, you're a flat earther. Right, who's the other guy? Dennis.
No, I'm not a flat Earth. I'm not. I'm telling
You
you what
are.
I'm saying.
I'd be
It's okay.
embarrassed
I
too.
am-
I'd be embarrassed too.
I'm looking for corruption in our lines of academia.
I'm with you. There's corruption, but the
And
Earth is
you
not
can-
flat.
You can go forward from there into all aspects of all sciences. They're
Mate,
all
you're speaking to a
corrupted.
guy. You're speaking to a guy that's done a podcast for 6 years about everything you're talking about, right? I've never done earthquakes, to be fair, but I've done all of the conspiracies, anything you could imagine. I'm with you on some of it, probably, but the Earth is definitely not flat.
I'm saying what I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm telling you what I see. Newgrange is a fixed position that denotes winter solstice every single year, bang on like clockwork. The ground cannot be moving.
Let's tackle the
yeah, I've
let's
got a-
tackle
I've
the
got a
internal
question.
contradiction of the argument
Sorry, because
Randall Payne
we've
said-
got a professor in the chat here that's he's in academia. He's screaming at me. I'm in academia, and then his question is.
Let's hear what he has to say.
His question
go
is, why do you think that all the geophysicists on Earth say that tectonic plates move? Why are they
Because
all
they
wrong?
were no, because that's what they were told.
Well, they
and they
just
believe it, and that's-
accepted it and never tested it, never looked at it.
You're not listening to me when I say that our academic lines are highly corrupted. They're believing corrupted.
I mean, that's
There's not
just
one
yapping.
whistleblower. Not one whistleblower.
You know that they measure it,
I'm
right?
telling you, I wrote to the universities in Ireland and I said, listen, you need to come up and fix this problem. You can't have Newgrange 7,000 years old nailing solstice every winter, and then on the other side the ground's moving. You can't have your bread buttered on both sides, guys. I'm sorry.
But they literally
I mean,
measure it. They literally measure it
They
for a
measure
living.
it. They measure it.
Yeah. No, they tell you that they measure. Okay, they're measuring
So
it.
what
but
are they
guess what's not
doing then? Are
happening?
they just sitting in the corner doing nothing and getting paid?
They're saying they're measuring, or they're saying it is, but Newgrange is not moving. It can't be. That's it, lads. I'm sorry.
I was going
it
to say
can't be.
let's tackle the inherent fallacy here is that academia is corrupt, but he trusts the slide rates, and that's from Randall Payne. That is correct. So you're saying academia is corrupt. Me no lo pasantes here. You're saying academia is corrupt, but let me latch on to this piece of evidence as if it was absolute truth, and this so I can disregard all the rest. That is
true. That's what he did.
So many fallacies in one sentence.
Yeah, I guess the Earth is sliding precisely with the solar rise on winter solstice. That's amazing. But anyway,
But that doesn't change the angle, buddy. The angle of the sun hitting, if you move the whole continent a little bit to the northeast, why would that change the angle when the sun is 93 million miles away?
okay, listen now, what's your name? Max. Listen, Max, go on Google Earth, right? Or Google up Newgrange in Ireland and tell me, read what it's supposed to do and then come back with the nonsense you're telling me, okay? Just do that.
Oh, I don't need
So
to.
you
I
have
don't need
to
to do
do-
that. The sun for me every day. The sun
Of
for
course
me
you don't.
sets
Because
right
you already
to left.
you don't.
It's over.
Because no, you don't, because you're just coming out with nonsense. Like I said, go look at Newgrange, see what it does, and
Okay,
then compare
that's like
your,
the 10th time you repeated yourself.
Well, because you're not
It's the
listening
10th
to
time
me.
you say the same
keep
thing.
going on
It's okay.
about
We got
nonsense.
it. We all get it. It's okay. We get it.
I'm done.
And it's worse. It's actually worse because we've two. I can give you two fixed positions in Ireland. Two fixed positions tracking a celestial body, and nothing is moving. The ground is not
Everything
moving.
is moving.
I'm
There's
sorry,
nothing
guys,
that
but
is
it's not.
ever still.
Who said everything is moving? Who said everything
Me.
is moving? Where did you read that?
Everything
You read
is
it
moving.
somewhere. Just like you
Nothing
read-
is ever still.
Just like you read. Guys, I'm telling you, Newgrange sinks the boat here. I'm telling you, the earth is not,
It
the
doesn't.
ground is not moving. Period.
It
No,
is.
it doesn't.
It's measurably moving.
Okay, hold on. What did Pagan? What did you want to say?
So I'm just trying, like,
How
I'm
can it
assuming
be-
Hold
one
on a
of you
minute,
guys
Mark.
is
Mark, hold on. Just letting Pagan speak for a sec. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out. I got like just kind of a point, but which one of you is the flat earther? Just so I know who I'm directing the question to.
Mark.
All right. So Mark, did
I
you ever
didn't
watch
say
the
I was-
video?
No, I never said that. I never said I
I
was a
said
flat
it for
earther.
you.
I said
I know a flat earth. I know a flat earth when I
disagree
see
with the lines
one.
of academia.
Right. So either one of you, which is the flat earther, I don't really mind if you want
Mark.
to believe that. Did you ever watch the video where the three flat earthers set up the experiment with the laser, with like one hole on one side,
This
the
is
other hole on
Jaren,
the
yeah,
other side?
Jarenism. He's been on with me on here. That guy that did that.
Yeah, that guy.
I'm
he's
going
so-
with
Not just in-
Jeranism.
like you've seen the
I'm
experiments,
going with
you've disproved
Jeranism to
yourselves.
Punta
Like,
Arenas in December.
they've literally done rocket launches, like where you live cameras, live feeds. You can look at satellites going around. There's live feeds. You can see the Earth is a globe. Like there's all this evidence. but yet
well,
you
I
What's
think
your?
that-
Can I
like-
just ask Mark? What is your claim? Are you saying it's not a globe, or are you just saying it's non-rotating, non-moving?
It's probably at the very least non-rotating, but it's not really my concern. My concern here was, I believe it's the same thing, really. And I keep talking about the lines of academia, and they're not lining up, literally. They're not lining up, and that there is my problem.
What's your level of education?
I have a degree in electronics. I'm an aircraft electrician.
And you think that the Earth is flat? That makes no sense.
So what do you think of this video, by the way? Just to...
It looks like CGI, is what it is.
It's again, you've immediately gone to that, but this is a 56.
No, but listen, guys. I mean, it's like fisheye lenses.
It's
I
not
don't
a
even want to
fisheye
go
lens.
down all that nonsense.
It's rectilinear.
This is a
so
rectilinear
0
lens.
for
You'll
2.
notice that the distortion is the same. There's no distortion. It's like the curve, no matter where it is on the screen. It says an amateur rocket launcher.
I'm more concerned. I'm more concerned about where we live. I don't.
Well, this is actually where we live, right there. Yeah, just to let you know. That's.
And you're right. According to that, where we live, that you're showing me, there's continents sliding all over the place on it as well.
So what?
You're
violently denying being a flat earther, but the minute you saw this on the screen, you reacted just like a flat earther. That's very strange.
Yep.
No. But you were saying to me, you show a picture of a globe, and then I'm supposed to go, oh, and the continents are sliding around on that as well.
No, but is that your only argument?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so what is this? What is this that I'm showing you then?
Okay, the only thing I can prove to you is the ground is not moving, and we have megalithic forts here.
Oh, you can't.
Pagan,
you haven't done that.
Seismographers refute that.
He knows all about Newgrange. That guy Pagan, I'm pretty sure he does. He can explain to you what exactly Newgrange is and what it does. Can't you, Pagan? I think he's Irish.
So he must be an expert.
So Newgrange, I'm talking like the tomb. I think that's one where it's like I didn't know much about it. Like I never really learned much. I was terrible at history in school. But that's the one where it's like every few months, like the light
breaking up
from the
a
sun
bit there,
goes through into the hole, isn't it? To like celebrate the Easter solstice.
You might want to take a trip down the Boyne Valley, Pagan. It's well worth having a look at.
I've grown up in Galway my whole life. Like I've never been really outside.
All kinds of wild shit going on. All kinds of wild shit going on there.
But like Mark, just saying there with your point, how like there's the tectonic plates, like how continents are moving around. Like did you not learn? Like I'm not being mean or anything. I'm just being genuine here. Like did you not learn in school like the tectonic plates? Like you know how
I did. Actually, I'll tell you what I did. I did honours geography in Inter and the Leaving, and I actually did 2 years of geography in the University of London. And actually, to be honest with you, what stopped me believing in that was nobody could explain to me how the fuck water is pouring out the tops of mountains.
The fuck?
No one could explain that to me. And the amount of energy it takes to push tons of water up to the top of a mountain, no one's explained it to me, ever.
I've never heard. All right, I'm going to say it there. I've never heard that either, but I'm assuming it'd be kind of the same as lava and magma works.
I mean, why look up at the stars and sky and clouds and talk about the shape of the earth when we don't even know what the hell is going on the ground here?
Flat Earth confirmed.
Why is it
geography? Did you say geography?
We're talking about tectonic plates here.
But just admit, it's more intellectually honest for you to just say I'm a flat earther. Then people can just take it like you've got a position. Don't be frightened of your position. It's fine. I talk to flat earthers all the time. But when you say things like we're not allowed to look at the sky because it doesn't tell us anything, that's a flat Earth. That's what everybody says because the sky absolutely annihilates flat Earth, and that's why you don't want to talk about it.
Somebody asked me what I did for a living, and I said I was an aircraft electrician, so I've dealt an awful lot with radar.
Yeah. Oh, would you like to speak to Dan? Do you know about radar?
And I do know about him, and
Dan?
radar doesn't stack up to that either, lads. I'm afraid.
Okay. I'm sorry, it does. You don't know what you're talking about.
I do know I don't know what I'm talking about. I worked on them all my life, brother.
Yeah. Oh man, you worked on them. Did you operate them?
Yes.
Wait, no. So you're a mechanic. Mechanics don't operate radar systems. You just fix things.
I'm an aircraft electrician and avionics.
You just fix things. You don't work on it.
I have to test the equipment. I have to test the equipment I'm working on.
Yeah. How do you do a? So how do you do a weather radar test on the aircraft? What do you do to it?
Well, it uses the same type of radar. It uses Doppler, so it's the same type of weather radar. They use Doppler radar.
Yeah. So how do we test it? Answer the question, mate. I know what it is. How do you test it? When you're on the ground, what do you do to test the radar?
You turn on your radar. That's how you test it.
No, you don't turn it on. You turn it to the test function. The test function does an internal test. It actually doesn't transmit the radar because they don't want you to transmit the radar on the ground because if
JT,
people are around, it can do bad things to them.
JT, hello, mate. Sorry, I've just brought Dan up here because this is like his expertise. So I want him to kind of get in because
but JT is a pilot. JT's doing wonderfully because you do not turn on the radar when there's people in front of it because that's how people get hurt.
Yeah, and when you do a test function, it's actually not powering up the radar. It's doing an internal bit test.
I also worked as a young guy. I worked on boats that sail between Ireland and England.
This is perfect because you're all in my wheelhouse, bud.
Yeah, right.
Because I've done communications. I've been in the Navy, and by the way, the opening in LaGrange is 90 centimeters high and a meter wide. How big is the sun in the sky?
And supposing the Earth's sliding 8 centimeters a year in some odd direction, how does?
Oh my God! You don't know you do not know geometry. That's obvious. So let's talk about.
I just came up to
ask. The ground's not moving, lads. The ground's not moving. Sorry.
Okay,
not moving.
Okay, it is moving because I used to live on the San Andreas Fault. It happened every day.
No,
here's the fun thing.
I trained loads of times down the Mojave Desert. The ground rumbles. It doesn't go. Like I said, Los Angeles.
So wait, mate. Hold on, mate.
Los Angeles is 100 feet more than the Pacific
Hold on. Wait a minute. Why is it that we have roads in California that cross the San Andreas, and every so often they have to go and redo those roads because part of the road shifts north and the road is all wonky? We literally have roads like that in California that they constantly have to repair.
Listen, I never said that the ground's not moving in fault zones.
You did say it's not moving.
You said numerous times the ground's not moving.
Continentally, the shelves are not moving.
They are moving because this is why they're moving. Because part of California. Can you shut up for 2 seconds?
I won't. Newgrange won't.
Part of California is on the North American plate. The other part of California is on the Pacific plate. The Pacific plate is moving northwest. The North American plate is moving southeast. It is what we call a slip fault. It's not a subduction or abduction.
And how does GPS deal with that?
Oh, Jesus, mate.
How does it?
God, dude.
So what you're saying is that if I pick a GPS position and I mark that GPS position, if I go back next year, I'll have seen that moved. That GPS position will now have moved.
Yes, it does move. We know
it doesn't move.
We measure them
for testing purposes.
We measure
do that as a school project when we're in 3rd grade.
You need to get your head out of the fucking science fiction arse.
Get
off that fucking Star Wars fucking nonsense, really, for God's sake.
Let's see here. Let's see if I can pull up.
Fucking Star Wars and Yoda's all over the place.
Star Wars, eh?
Quiet you must be. Right, I've just got to do this quickly, right? So this is from Dan here, right? So it says he's already on the panel. At Newgrange, the opening, the sun shines through is big. It's not a small hole in the wall. How big is the sun in the sky? So that's Dan. You can address him. He's right here on the panel. That's a question for you.
No, I already asked him. He just said something else. But since he's such an expert on radar, I want to bring up something real quick because it's a funny thing since I've actually stood a watch on an Aegis radar station. So let's see. So in the Navy, we have this thing called NEAS Module 16, which talks about radar principles. It's the unclassified version because, I don't plan on, going to jail for an argument on the internet and showing classified information. But here's what we do have. And this is what is taught every day, and it's taught by the military because it's not like you can lie to people in the military because people's lives depend on it. So, hold on a second, I got to find the right thing here because it's a big document.
Hold on.
I forgot what figure it is. Hold on a second.
Mark, I appreciate you staying and listening to the rebuttals, just so as you know.
It's okay, bro. Yeah, those two, by the way, the two megalithic places, if anybody wants to check them, one would be Newgrange and the other one is called Knockrow. It's in South Kilkenny. And like I said, it's a little bit more sophisticated because it gets the sun up and sun down on the same day. So, you know, on winter solstice, now we've got 2 fixed positions tracking 3 celestial positions perfectly every year. Like clockwork, nails it, bang. That's it.
All right. While we're waiting for Dan.
And over 7,000 years, lads, even if it was 10 millimeters a year, it will be gone meters in some odd direction,
Right, I've got
twisted or whatever.
So here's an image, right? So this is from Professor Phil Bell in my chat. He has told me to show you this and see what your response is. It says, show him this photo of Earth from space. I was at the command center when this photo was taken. Is he lying, Mark?
What is that a map of? What country?
It's a picture.
North America?
It's a photo of the globe from space.
Yeah, that's Mexico, California on the left.
Okay, so there's 12 hours of Russia in behind that curve as well. The scale's all jacked on that one, lads.
What?
The scale isn't even right. I mean, how many time zones am I looking over there? And then what about the 12 time zones in Russia behind that? The scale is all jacked.
They're on the other side of the ball.
I don't think you understand scale. Are you?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you understand that you're coping. Phil was in the command center when the spacecraft took that picture.
I mean, okay, I'm looking at this and it looks to me like if I was to guess it, it wouldn't be half the globe. There's certainly more than a good quarter to a third of the globe, and it's just Mexico and America on that huge ball right there.
What?
Yeah, and it's not all of America because you can't see Florida.
What you got here, Dan?
This is NEATS Module 18, which is about radar principles, and it explains to us what a radar horizon is and what the idiom of flying under the radar comes from, because it's dependent on the height of the radar and the distance from the radar of where curvature carries in. The plane or the ship you see below the horizon would not show up on radar. The only way it shows up on radar is if you go higher up. That's why we have AWACS planes. That's why we have all these other things. This is something that you have an air radar, which has a long distance because aircraft is up high. And then you have a surface radar, which even on an aircraft carrier doesn't extend much past 40 kilometers.
Okay, can I ask you a question there? You were in the military, correct?
Correct, I was in the Navy.
Okay, good man. And I was in the Army, US Army too, right? So, you know, you can, whatever level you have or whatever clearance you have in the Army, you can look at the TMs. You can go online and look at the TMs for any piece of equipment. Why does it say, consider the Earth a flat, non-rotating for every single ballistic missile?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Because on the TFTs.
No,
because on the TFTs.
It does.
No,
sorry, but
no. Listen, Sparky.
Can you pull them up and show us, please?
On the TFTs, you have to account for Coriolis. On the TFTs, you have to account for rotation.
Coriolis. That's a great one.
Coriolis, you don't agree?
Yeah.
Can you explain
It's a great
Can
one,
you
then.
explain storm rotations, please? If the Coriolis is such a joke.
It's the same way as if you actually flattened it and you were tracing the sun around. It's like the wake. Look at the wake.
Oh
of the
my God! I knew
planets.
you were going to say that. You think that the
It's what
storms
the-
are
That's
from
what it is.
awake
That's
from the
exactly-
sun?
and all it is,
But the sun is so local. The sun is so local that it causes a wake that appears to be a storm. But it's it's not local enough that it wouldn't change size during the day.
So wait, Matt. So I guess we're not going to discuss about a radio radar horizon. Then we're just going to skip to TFTs now and another TMs.
Say whatever you was going to say, Dan. It doesn't matter where we go here because it's just anyway.
Okay, a radar horizon and radio horizon is because we have curvature. We have planes that are flying radar dishes so they can go up high so we can extend our radar. It creates a dome around a carrier strike group. I have to use radio communications that are line of sight. When the ship that I'm talking to goes over the line of sight or goes, past the horizon, I now have to use an aerial relay or a different type of radio that allows me to go over the curvature. This is day in, day out.
It isn't because the ship is further away. It's gone over the curvature. It's gone further away.
Okay,
It's
so
gone further
you're
away. It
saying,
didn't go over a
so you're
curve.
saying it's attenuated, even
It
though I could
doesn't
raise
go
a
over
rest,
curve,
I can.
guys. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
It does. It does.
Nicholas,
You saying it doesn't?
Nicholas,
doesn't make it
Nicholas in the
stop.
chat. I can show you the sun not changing size
Okay,
over 12
like even,
hours.
lads, we even
If you want to come up, Nicholas, I will
visibly.
show you. Carry on. Sorry.
We even see stuff visibly that we shouldn't be able to see, guys. We don't. We do.
So Mark, why is it on our ship radars? Why
Like
is
the
it we
last-
can't?
hold on, the
Just
last couple of
hold
days,
on,
what
mate.
are the
Good
radars?
God, you're just talking and talking, and no one else can talk.
All right, go on. Because
Why
you-
is it? Why is it that when a ship gets so far out from us, we can't see the ship on the radar anymore?
Because it's moving far away from you. It's moving
Wait.
away
So
from you.
okay. So okay. Wait. What's
Duh.
causing that? Because the radar on the
The
ship has.
propeller is making the
Good
ship
God,
go
will
away.
you hush?
Will you ask me?
Because
I'm
the
telling
maximum range of the radar is 100 plus nautical miles. Why can't it pick up a ship that's only 30 miles away?
Because of the probably the Earth curve according to the Earth curve calculator, we shouldn't be seen at all. If I believe in the ball,
Yeah, exactly.
we gotta
Because
have-
the
we
Earth
gotta
is
have a curve. We gotta have a
It does
curve.
not show up on radar at 30 miles, but I can see a helicopter that's 100 feet off the waves at 100 miles. Explain that.
Because it's you just proved it's flat.
What? No, I did not.
Christ, man.
Christ almighty. Go on, lads,
I
gotta go,
cannot
right? Off
see
again.
the ship
I'll
at
come back to
30
you and chat
miles.
to you again.
No,
I'm enjoying this because I've got 5E on a hold here, but I'll be back again. I've
No,
got
'cause
things
you're
to
an
do, guys.
idiot.
I've got
For a
to
start,
rush.
there's only
I
4,
really-
but you was wrong about everything else, so who cares?
No, I
Yeah,
wasn't
so,
wrong.
okay.
I'm wrong about. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong about new range. I'm not wrong about the air movement. I'm not wrong about I can see
absolutely
the mountains
everything
in
you said.
Snowdonia. In Wales,
You are,
you're
because
wrong.
we literally see the fault in San Andreas move.
Yeah, well, you need to get your GPS out there now. You know what you should do.
Oh,
'cause you're
yeah,
so-
That's
I
how
do.
we
So-
test
so-
it.
So
You
why
go
is
out
it
there
that
and
farmers?
what you should do
why
now
is it that the
prove us all.
ranchers?
Set up your
Why is
proof.
it that why
Set
is it
up
that the
your proof?
Hey,
Go out
yeah.
there and
Angry
mark a
flower.
point with your
Oh
GPS.
Jesus Christ, mate!
Go out and mark a point with your GPS.
You
and then
you
come
say
back
the
next
fault.
year.
You say the fault doesn't move, but there's actually a photo of a rancher that the last time the San Andreas fault had a big slip, it shifted like almost 9 feet, and this rancher went out and took a photo. This rancher went out and took a photo of his fence, and you can see where part of the fence is now here. The other part is way over here, 9 feet away, because the fence split because the fault line ran through his fucking cow pasture, and it fucked his fence up.
I showed this earlier. You can literally see how.
The thing is, Max, like, I don't know
If you
what
take
you're
that
showing,
fault
but for
line,
some
if you take
reason,
the fault line,
hold on a minute, Mark. For some reason, TikTok keeps warning me that I'm showing pre-recorded videos, and it's going to shut the live down if I keep doing it. So I've got no idea what it's talking about. I don't know. TikTok's ridiculous.
yeah, don't be doing that. It'll cut you off. You can't do that. They get you for everything on this.
Yeah, I know.
They will, unless you've done it, unless it's your video. That's why I'm saying these guys go out and do it.
I showed Phil Bell's. I showed Phil Bell's photograph that he sent me, and I got a warning for that. And it wasn't even a video; it was just an image. So I don't even know.
That's a bit dodgy.
Hang on, who's this guy here at the top anyway? Dennis, you've been there for a while. What did you want to say?
Oh, for fuck's sake, mate! I'm having a shit. Give me a minute or so, will you? Fuck.
Oh, you wanted to do that? Okay, that was funny. Right, who's the next guy? Fucking, I can't even get to the. What's the name? Oh, it's multi-guest.
So Matt, I'm showing you a quick document that says using GPS data and structural geology to better understand tectonic motions and earthquake hazards. There you go. This is
And
an
I'm telling
actual
you know what? You
study
should
that
do
was
it.
done
Can you
using
do me a
GPS,
favor?
Mark, just like you asked.
Okay, listen to me there. Give me. I can't read it. The writing's too small. What I want you to do is cut and give me a contact number off that, and I will email them about the Newgrange issue I have. You give
I'm
me.
sure you will, and they'll ignore it because you're just full of it's just bollocks.
Absolutely. Listen, I've already written to as many universities as I can to say, please tell me what's going on here.
How many of them responded?
So will you give me none of them because they can't answer me because they don't have
No,
an
they
answer.
didn't respond. They didn't respond. They didn't respond because you're not worth them wasting their time for someone being so ignorant.
Now you're sounding like a Marxist. Go put me down. Get out your hate label. Listen, whatever you want on this, kick that fucker out. If he's going to start putting people down, fuck them out.
What is your Night Rider? What is your Night Driver? Sorry.
You're sounding like a Marxist. Get the fucker out. Oh,
That was ironic.
Name calling.
That was
name
precious.
calling.
Hold on a minute, Mark.
I didn't call you a name. I said
hold on a minute, everybody. Fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? It's just the
Kick him
internet.
out of here. He's a Marxist.
Don't tell me what to do. Right, Night Driver. Hello.
Yeah, well, tell him to stop dissing on people.
I'm not the teacher.
Just because he doesn't agree with me doesn't give him the excuse to start
Can we
putting
let
me down.
Night Driver speak, please?
Just 'cause he can't
Can we
get his
just
head around
let Night
basic
Driver speak, please? I want to hear from the new guest. Hello.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? So, I'm a non-flat Earth believer, and my reasons are for. I have a lovely question for Mark here.
Yeah.
Is his argument that the Earth is flat?
Yes, but he won't admit it.
Okay.
No, I'm not. My argument is that there is no movement on this plane. Where the fuck we're on? There is no movement. There's movement at fault zones, but not continentally. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't move in the continent. It's the same in the center of America. Guarantee you, GPS position there, come back in 20 years, it will not have moved anything. Nothing. It's just the way it is, lads. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
Apology accepted.
So my question was, if the Earth was flat, then how come when you visit Australia and observe the moon appears upside down too?
That's very, very simple. If you stand in the sitting room and you look up and you are on the left hand side, you look up at it, and you go over to the right hand side and look up at it, it's the opposite look. It's so simple, lads. That's just
What about if you go to the north and the south?
We got to be better than this, lads. We got to do better than this.
What about if you go to the other two directions? Then what do you say?
Flat earther. All the flat Earth
Listen,
talk
that's the way it is. Listen,
Can I ask? No, because you're doing.
That guy there, Kingfisher. Go get a picture of the moon and just stick it up on your ceiling and stand to the left of your room and look up at it.
Yes,
and then go and stand to the
You're
right.
deliberately avoiding what I'm asking you.
That's exactly what happens.
Yes, that does happen. That does happen. Now go to the other two directions, and what do you say?
And if I do that, the moon ain't gonna appear upside down for me. So that doesn't answer my question. Why does the moon appear upside down in Australia?
Because you're looking at it from
the same way.
The same way as it appears upside down, looking at
Why don't you see? Why don't you ever see it from the sideways view? Then why don't you ever see it turn to the side?
Well, why?
I'm not speaking from evidence. I'm speaking from my own experience.
We could go a little deeper into this and even look at tides.
Okay, so we're going to switch.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the moon.
About the moon. It's all to do with the moon, we're saying. All these tides, right? But it's funny. I watch the tidal movements in Ireland, and they're going north to south. So in
Can
other
we-
words,
It doesn't explain an
Can
upside
we
down.
just
height that-
right?
It doesn't
Just
explain an
quickly,
upside
can
down.
we stay on the moon for a second, right? Because you're giving
the
the
tides are the moon.
you're giving the analogy that if you're in a room and you say if you what did you say? Put the moon or put a 6. What did you say? I missed what you said. What did you put on? What do you want on the ceiling?
if you say you get a picture of the moon, just get
Yeah,
a standard
yeah.
picture of the moon,
Yeah.
that the face of the moon that
Yeah.
we see,
Yeah,
and you stick it up on the ceiling,
yeah,
right? So you're looking up at it,
Yeah.
and you stand on the left-hand side of the room and look up at it,
yeah.
being north, we'll say, and then stand on the right-hand side, being
Yeah.
south, and it flips around. It's
What
that
about if
simple. It's
what
just a
about if you
simple
if that's right and that's left? What about if I stand that way and look at it? Then what?
Well, you'll see it coming over you.
No, if it's where it is, do we ever
But
observe the
you can't.
moon?
We
Do we
never-
ever
we never
observe
get
the
to see
moon
it.
on Earth sideways?
We can't. We've never seen the back of it either.
No.
Yes, we have.
Well, we don't from
We've
Earth,
never
no.
seen the dark side.
From Earth,
No, we
we
don't.
don't.
Seen the dark side of the moon, bro. Never.
Never see it.
We've never seen the dark side.
Yeah,
of
the
the
person in the chat trying
Not-
to go
not from
against
Earth,
me,
but
you're
we
you're
have
making my point. That doesn't make it
satellite.
upside down. That's exactly the point I'm making.
So what I'm saying is for me to see the moon upside down, and I'm not in Australia, I need to stand on my ceiling upside down, right? That's not happening. 2, you've just contradicted yourself in saying we don't move, but you see moons at different angles. I thought we don't move.
The ground's not moving.
Holy
I
fuck.
thought we don't move.
So do
you're
you think the
contradicting
moon is a
yourself,
sphere,
brother.
Mark?
When I look at it, it just looks like a disc.
But if it was
No,
a
it
disc,
doesn't.
it would also change shape as we moved around, wouldn't it?
It
Now we
should.
also see 59. We also see 59% of it because of the wobble of the moon.
Yeah.
Lunar
Just 50%
liberation.
that you
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, but I got one question more to do with even again the setup of the system, the solar system. Now, it's Mercury, Venus, and Earth, right?
Well, that's the first 3. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we're on Earth, and we're looking. We're seeing. We should never see Mercury or Venus ever.
That's not true.
What do you mean? They're on
Wow.
the inner track. You can see Mercury and Venus go in front of the sun.
Have you heard of a solar
I
filter?
don't know about that guy down there, but I tracked Venus crossing our winter sky for 6 hours.
You're moving.
6 hours.
So mate,
You should try and
6
track the sun.
hours.
yeah. Hey,
It was in the sky for 6 hours.
sure. Yeah.
So?
That's
So the
not
sunlight is
impossible.
gone. The sun is around
Holy
the other
shit,
side
mate.
of the globe now, or 1/4 of the way around the globe, and there's old Venus
Yeah.
still up in the sky.
Hold on. So I'll just
Yeah,
never
Venus
taken
far
geometry,
away.
have you?
Venus far away. Sun even farther away.
right.
Yeah, but okay, you're standing on Earth and you're looking towards the sun. Both Mercury and Venus
God, I
are
wish I
inner
could mute on
orbits.
It'd be so
Always
much
in
better
our
if I could
sunlight.
mute on TikTok. Right, so can I just do something quickly? I'll let you all go straight at it again. I've got to do a couple of super chats. So Ryan Cooper says, this idiot, that's you, I think he's talking too much, thinks snow and ice melting at mountaintops is water being pushed up to the tops of mountains. So that's a claim you made earlier on, right?
No, I said, how do water springs come out the tops of mountains? Nothing to do with ice caps melting.
Oh, pressure.
I can now. So what drives that pressure? What energy is doing that?
The weight
When
of
you
the
heat
Earth.
up water,
That is what they could
it
never.
increases
Now
the
you're getting
pressure.
it. Now you're getting it. That's what they could never tell me. I go down to a mountain here on Cumber Mountains, and the Man River comes out of the top of it in 3 points, and there's about 20 metric tons of water per second coming out the top of it. That is a ferocious amount of energy to lift that water up 3,000 feet above sea level. Where is that energy? Where is that energy coming from? That's what I want to know.
From inside the earth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. How does I saw inside the earth. So what?
So are you
okay,
saying
that's
that?
good.
So,
We
so
know
what?
that.
Where are you saying it's coming from? Because I went to Iceland and it was happening everywhere. Right.
Yeah, it's the same here. It's the same here. It's every mountain. There are springs out of the tops of every mountains, and I like why? Why do they come out of tops of mountains?
It's a pretty good experiment to do, right?
Would the water find the
Someone's trying to respond.
Holy shit, mate! Do you want to listen?
Someone's
go
trying
take
to
a
respond.
Listen.
Go,
Why would
go
the
take a
water
big.
find?
Good
why would
God,
the
I'm
water,
trying to answer you.
Listen, no,
Jesus
listen.
Christ,
why would
mate.
water?
Do you want an answer?
Why would water find the most difficult course to get out?
It always finds its
Holy
level.
fuck! Do you want to listen?
Oh yeah, go on.
Do you want
Okay.
to listen? Go take a big bowl of water or a bucket of water, right?
Yeah.
Put a plate. Take like a plastic plate. Drill a hole in it. Put a straw in the plate. Push the plate on top of the water and push the plate down and see what happens to the water. It'll come from under the plate up the straw and out the top.
Because you're using
yeah.
a form of energy. What
Yeah,
energy?
guess
Just
what,
to
mate?
let you
What
know,
energy is doing? What energy is you're still
shut up,
dead,
Mark.
lads.
Hold on a second, Mark.
Oh, please. Come
Mark,
on,
hold
lads.
on a
Come
second.
on.
Right, there's a guy, just to let a YouTube audience know, there's a guy in the chat called Nicholas, and he's really, really getting pissed off that you people are paying to give me super chats. So I think that if that's not a reason to give me more super chats, I can't think of a good one. Right, so this is from poor Claire. She ain't that poor because she's giving me a super chat. Why would moving a few centimetres change the position of the sun in the sky? You can go a mile away and it's in almost the same position because it's so far away. This is what Claire says, right? Nicholas is going to be very annoyed.
Well, Claire is an understanding that the light shines down a very narrow chamber. So any movement outside that would be moving that whole monument 8 or 9 centimeters per year, it won't line up. It's very simple.
It will. We've explained this to you. You're just going to deny it all the way.
It will if it's sliding exactly at the sunrise angle on the lowest day of the year. You're saying that Europe is sliding from the southeast at about, say, 100 degrees, and it's heading up to the northwest.
Northeast.
Northwest. The sun is rising.
Northeast.
The sun is rising in the southeast in the winter in Ireland, the deep southeast.
But you said that Europe is moving northeast.
I didn't say anything. I'm telling you, Europe's not moving at all.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
It's measured, dude.
Is Max breaking up or is it me?
By geophysicists and.
You mean the geography class that's putting out the nonsense in the first place? Of course they're going to say it's moving. Why would they not?
We already covered that you are doing. I'm sorry. You are committing a cherry picking fallacy when you say that this piece of data is true, but then doubt everything else that they say. Like you have no clue how to make an argument.
You're down in South America, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you how it happens up here in the summer. In the summertime, the sun rises at 48 degrees in Ireland, in the northeast, 48 degrees, and it sets at about 310 degrees in the winter, or in the summer. In the winter, it's rising up in the southeast at about, I think, 120 degrees, and it's setting at about 210 degrees. So, I'm talking about when the sun is at its lowest point in the southeast.
You realize that just by invoking the sun setting and rising, you're acknowledging that the Earth is a globe, right? Let's get that out of the way first.
No, but I'll tell you why I won't acknowledge it, because it works the same way.
I know.
The problem is it works the same way on
There
a
is
flat
no problem.
lads. It does.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does.
Amazing.
It does.
No, it
lads.
doesn't.
It does.
No.
I'm afraid it does. I looked at both of them and I said,
You
oh my
can
God,
pop
it
your
works that
chest
way.
and say it
And
does,
it
it
works.
does, it does, it does, it does. How
Yeah,
many
it
times you
does.
want?
It
The
actually
problem
does.
is, while the sun is doing that,
I need to show something really quickly, just because I'm kind of trying to keep my eye on the chat as well.
Make sure you don't get banned. Don't get
Yeah, I
banned.
know. I'll try not to. So,
And we can't just move on from the moon question, bro. You ain't answered that question yet.
he's answered it. I know. Trust me, I know flat earthers. That's the best you're going to get. So this is the sun. So it's being measured. The diameter there is 706 pixels, right? So they've constantly got this. This is a 12 hours. This is for Nicholas in the chat. That I just want to see how intellectually honest Nicholas is to say that he sees it with his own eyes. Therefore, it's true. He's not going to just trust me, bro. So this is a 12-hour time lapse with a solar filter of the sun. Not changing in size for 12 hours. Nicholas, what do you say to that? Come on, give me your best nutter. I just had to do that. Sorry. You have to be joking, mate. That's Nicholas's response to that. Right.
The sun, aren't the sun and the moon appear to be the same size in the sky?
No.
Matt, you have some super chats for Nicholas also.
Oh yes, sorry Nicholas. Sorry Nicholas. So Nicholas from Max here. Thank you, Max, for the 30 Uruguayan pervert dollars or whatever they are. Right. So for the triggered fluff. Don't know what it is. For the triggered fluff. Thank you, Max. So that's fat due to Nicholas. You're not getting it, no, Nicholas. Sorry. And then Conspiracy Music Studio.
You can call them.
Yeah,
sorry, if you want, you can call them oohs like everyone else.
Consider Conspiracy Music Studios says to Nicholas for the €5. Thanks, CMS. So Nicholas getting me a bit of cash there. Go buy a camera and use it, says Nicholas. So Nicholas has got no idea what a solar filter is, obviously, because he's looked at it with his eyes and it appeared to change size throughout the day. That was good enough for Nicholas. But Nicholas is a flat earther,
how do you think they got
so
the video?
That's what we would expect, right?
How do you think they got the video? That's a camera with a solar filter and a tracking mount. That's why the sun is in the middle of the frame. So right there you have two disproved, two things that falsify flat Earth. Number one, the sun doesn't change angular size. And number two, EQ mounts only work on a globe.
Yes. I had someone message me about this, actually. You've just reminded me. I had an email during the night about someone that's a specialist in EQ mounts. So if you're watching, I have seen your email and I will respond. I just haven't had time yet. Right, but
I wonder, I must try and put up a video because the angular size thing is kind of bothering me because I understand the atmosphere. I like photography and I understand atmospheric density. When we get some nice polar air occasionally, when it comes down to Ireland, I'll track the sun moving away till it becomes a dot. The last time I saw it was in the Middle East.
No, you
where it was very dry. No. And the sun would move away till it nearly becomes a little dot in the sky.
You've got a video of that?
No, you're flat out lying.
I've got my own video of it. I've filmed my own video.
Bring it up. Show me right now.
Well, I have to go. I can't, lads. I'd have to unload. It's fucking high def and everything. It would take me ages.
Okay, sure.
I'll tell you what I will do. I'll come back here. I will come back. I promise, and I will show you that video. I will show it to you.
I'd love to see it.
Just FYI, on ICSpin we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have one of those. We have 5 of the style that Matt just showed by different people. Same analysis. So different solar filters, the sun doesn't change angular size.
Okay, well, I did a tour in Iraq and it was very, very dry air there. And again, I would watch the sun go and disappear into a dot.
Right.
It wouldn't go down.
So are you saying, and you and Nicholas as well, because he's backing you up in the chat here. Are you saying that this? Are you saying that this video that I'm showing you here, that's exactly the same angular size measured throughout the entire day, is just happens to be getting, due to the atmospherics, it just happens to be staying exactly the same size all day?
Can do. And
what, due to atmospherics, it stays to the pixel.
What's your name? What's your first name? The guy who owns it. What is your name?
Matt.
Matt. Okay. It's like sometimes, Matt, dirty old wet Ireland, the way it's very wet here. Sometimes when the sun goes down, I mean, it's the size of a damn dinner plate. It's so big. It's because of the atmospheric lensing.
Right. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, hold on. But I know what you're saying. You're saying it can make it look bigger than it is. I agree, right? But what I'm saying is, this is the exact same to the pixel, the exact same size for 12 hours on this video, right? There's no atmospherics that would be consistent enough. So as if the sun is, as you say, disappearing into a dot and coming from a dot. How that would be very fortunate that the atmospherics would make it to that size and then hold it at that size throughout the entire day.
Well, I'd say, where did he shoot the video from for that? Was he on the equator?
Let's check.
Was he on the equator?
It doesn't matter where he was.
Yeah, I don't know why it matters, but I will look it up.
Where was he getting his 12 hours of light from?
Well, the sun in the sky for 12 hours. That happens all the time. What are you talking about?
Well, it doesn't happen here in the winter, but yeah, it does in the summer. But
Yeah, but it happens in the summer.
I'm assuming he didn't do it in the winter.
It does. It happens in the summer, but it doesn't happen when it's raining or we got atmospheric lensing.
Oh my God! Obviously, he went out on a nice day.
I've seen sunsets here in Ireland, and the sun is as big as the wheel of a fucking bike. It's so big.
That's the glare. That's the glare. You need a solar filter.
No, that's the water in the atmosphere acting like a magnifying lens. That's what that is.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm keeping it the exact same angular size throughout 12 hours. Yeah. That was very fortunate, wasn't it? I've got another video that's exactly the same. So it was obviously happened that day as well.
Matt, I could probably today, if I could do one, shoot the sun size, and then I'll shoot the sun size at
You need a
sunset.
solar filter. You need a solar filter. Have you got a solar filter?
I have filters. I have solar filters.
Okay, you're going to do that then.
I think I've
You'd be the first.
ND64 will do it for me. It's ND64 filter I use on mine to look at the sun.
No, you need a proper solar filter, not an ND filter.
The ND works fine for me.
No, it doesn't.
Germany, man.
So this is
I have
another
those
one.
lenses for my my Hasselblad camera.
Oh, speaking of Hasselblad.
I was going to say.
See, this is... Oh, yeah, you can't see it. I'm trying to... There's too much happening, so I'm lagging. Right, it'll
Professional
sort itself out.
photographer.
It will sort itself
If you
out.
want a solar filter is an ND 1 million.
1 million, yes.
An ND64 doesn't decrease the exposure by enough to make sure you're not going to fry your sensor.
Well, when I shut down I'll just turn down my exposure as well. I start playing with a few things to make it work.
Sure, but
that's how I deal with it. I just turn the exposure down. Sorted.
But you can't get the exposure low enough to see the true size of the sun.
Well,
and you're still letting in so much light that you will fry your sensor. If you go out at noon and point an ND64 on your camera at the sun, you're going to end up frying your sensor. Now, if you want to pay for a new camera, that's basically what you have to do. If you have to replace the sensor, by all means do it. But I've been a professional photographer for 30 years.
Well, I got wonderful pictures of the sun with an ND64 filter. Beautiful.
Why are you just
photographs.
hand waving what's on the screen, though? It's very weird.
Hand waving what?
Like what I'm showing you right here. Can you see that?
What? It's just a circle, a white circle.
That's the sun.
Oh my God.
It's the sun with a green line around the outside of it. What's that? The corona?
Holy shit.
No, it's where they're measuring the sun.
The green line.
Hey, where are all those sprays erupting from the surface of it that go out hundreds of thousands of
You
miles?
can only
like-
see that with a hydrogen
Oh,
K or a
okay.
hydrogen alpha.
Yeah, only NASA
telescope.
can see that, right? Only
No,
NASA can see that.
no, you can spend a few $1,000s and buy the telescope and see it yourself.
Yeah, they're commercially available. And just so you know, the green thing, that is a Python script that detects the edge of the sun and draws the circle. That was done by our friend Icy Spin.
That's it, yeah.
That's great. That's great. I'm actually now, after this conversation, I'm now beginning to think that the sun and the energy from the sun and the moon is all generated from the ground.
Oh, what the
Oh
fuck?
my God.
Yeah, it's starting to look more and more. I think it's all one little aquarium we live in. But anyway.
Shit.
Yeah.
And you're not a flat earther, right?
Yeah, you knew
not a
that.
flat earther.
You thought that when you came up.
I'm a no earther.
You're definitely a flat earther and a dome believer.
And I'm certainly not I'm not a divisionist. I don't buy division, lads, but I'm not buying into all that either. I think it's full of nonsense. I think it's absolutely fucking riddled with nonsense, just like our lines of academia are. And so what would make this any better than our lines of academia being highly corrupted? Nothing.
What evidence would you require to accept that the Earth is a globe?
I just want to see the gyroscope on an Airbus A380 flip over on the way down to Australia.
Yeah, it wouldn't flip because of the way we designed them.
Oh yeah, of course not.
My God.
Of course, a gyroscope would just go around in a circle and we wouldn't even know. Okay.
It does because we created mechanisms to keep it always aligned with gravity.
Yeah.
Oh, gravity. Okay. Another theory.
Because if we allowed oh Jesus Christ. Because if we didn't design them, because Jesus criminy, I wasn't finished.
No, listen to me.
Shit.
You're quoting.
Because if
theories. You're quoting theories. They're theories.
Because Jesus Christ. Because if we did not design mechanisms to keep the gyroscope aligned with gravity, the gyroscope would be useless to us.
Do you know what the difference between a theory and a theorem is? Do you know the difference between a theory and a theorem?
A theorem is a mathematical property. Yeah. A theory, if you're just going to use a theory, is just like a hypothesis. It's an idea. But when we talk about theories in the scientific realm, we're talking about a scientific theory which has been backed by evidence to support the idea. And gravity.
So what evidence would that be?
Gravity is not just a scientific theory; it's also a scientific law.
No, it's not. It's a theory.
Yes,
it's a law.
literally
the law
is.
of gravity. The law of
The
gravity.
law of
You've
gravity
never heard
are
of
all
Newton?
the theories of the law of gravity. It's a theory, lads. It's a theory like everything else. And so what I'm saying is, all it takes is for one theory to be wrong, and the whole fucking lot comes down.
Newton's
Flat Earth is
law
fucked
of
then. Flat Earth must be
gravitational
fucked because most of that is wrong. So.
Well, if the theory of gravity is wrong, that's all. Here's a great
theory.
one. Relativity, a great one.
A theory is
a theory of relativity.
See that, Nicholas?
The theory of evolution. The theory of everything. It's a theory.
A scientific theory explains the law. This is the law. This is what we observe happening. The theory says this is why what we observe happens. To the best
I've got a question for him.
knowledge.
Hold on a minute there, JT. What did JT point out?
That to you.
Wait a second, Mark. Right, so I've got this here. So this is from Bruce Wayne. I heard some guy called Nicholas wants us to give you money. He does, Nicholas. Keep going, Nicholas. I'm doing well here. And then you got the next one here from Nick that says, your guest claims to be an aircraft tech. Can he explain how and what does this say? ADIRU self-calibrates.
ADIRU, yeah.
Can you answer that question, Mark?
Attitude Directional Inertial Reference Unit.
Say what the question was again.
How can you explain how an ADIRU self-calibrates?
I don't know.
You don't know what is an ADIRU?
I don't know.
But you're an aircraft mechanic.
Yeah, I am, but I don't know everything about them. Give me.
And you don't know what an ADIRU is? You said you worked on navigation systems and radars, etc. So you don't know what an ADIRU is?
Maybe we didn't call it that.
Oh, what about the INS system? What is that?
I don't know. Immigration naturalization.
He literally just told you. He just told you what it was.
Naturalization service.
You don't know what the INS system is?
Yeah, I do.
I'd love Nicholas to come up, but I think Nicholas lacks testicles.
So what is the INS system?
So much to type.
You don't know much of anything for an aircraft mechanic.
Yeah, it's not very convincing.
It's the
Hey,
internal.
Mark,
Whatever.
you know
Internal
when you
navigation
talk about,
system.
Mr. Mark,
You say internal
Internal
navigation.
navigation system. You want to know what
No, it's
INS
not
was, so it's
internal.
internal navigation system.
Hello,
What's
Barry.
it?
No, it's not. It's
Go on,
not
who's got the-
internal navigation system.
That's what it is.
It doesn't stand
It
for
is.
internal navigation system. No, it's not.
It's not
And you're
internal.
and you're so daft. I literally gave you the answer when I said it, and you still can't get it right.
Inertial navigation system.
Oh. So how
Oh,
does
you
it work?
found.
So how does it
Yes.
work?
what the hell, you found it?
How does it work?
Yeah.
You know how
Yes.
it works?
How does it work?
Well,
Is that
I
what you're
know
asking
how
me?
it works. I'm just asking you.
Probably
I
works
know
with
how it
electricity
works.
for starters. That was
Oh, now he's gonna
Really?
be smart and go electricity.
Electricity.
Who's the new guy here? At the top, what's your name? Iron.
Ionif. Yeah.
The inertial
Ionif,
navigation
Ionif.
system is a new navigation technology.
Hold
Pretty
on.
new, actually.
A
I'm right.
new?
Mark,
No,
That-
it's not new.
Hold on. Yeah,
It's
no,
been
listen.
around since the
that
70s.
that calculates the object's positions, velocity, and orientation without needing external references.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it
But
does.
Yes,
what does it what
I'm
does
one
it
of
use?
you host.
What?
The idea is JT is a pilot. I'm a seafarer.
It's actually
I'm a
similar
deck
to
officer
it's
on
actually
container
similar
ship.
to
I
GPS.
don't think. Mark, can you hear?
No, it's not
can you hear
similar to
INF?
GPS.
Mark, can you hear
Yes,
INF?
yes, I can hear you perfectly. Yeah,
no.
I'm actually.
I'm asking
yeah,
Mark if
I'm
he
not.
can hear you. Because you keep
Mark-
speaking and Mark keeps talking over you, so I'm wondering if he can hear you.
I wasn't talking there.
Well, INF, what did you want to say?
Yeah, no, I'm just presenting myself. So I know JT. I'm one of you. I'm actually okay. I'm not a pilot. I'm a seafarer. I'm a deck officer on container ships. So yes, the navigation at sea. It's actually the base of navigation because air navigation was developed from maritime navigation. So the idea is navigation is based on the spherical Earth. All the instruments and equipment and knowledge, they're based on the spherical Earth. And I joined because was the subject on the INS, so this inertial navigation system. So that's why I joined.
Okay, no worries.
You said you're a captain in container ships.
I'm not a captain, but I'm a deck officer. So
Deck
the deck
officer?
officer
Okay,
is
gotcha.
just the
That is
rank.
cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, because okay. On the deck department, I mean, for the licensed persons, so we have the third officer, second officer, chief mate, and captain. So master.
Nice.
I'm not yet a master, but the navigation is the base, of the job. So every deck officer is qualified to do navigation, and actually we are doing navigation because we have to keep the navigational watch.
Right, so this is for you again. This is from the same guy that was asking about this, right? So it says the ADIRU will detect the aircraft's heading while stationary by detecting the rotation of the Earth using 3 gyros. What says you, Mark?
Say what he said. It's using to say that again.
The ADIRU will detect the aircraft's heading whilst stationary by detecting the rotation of the Earth using 3 gyros.
Hmm.
Complete nonsense.
It's very clever.
Complete
Nah.
nonsense. Yeah, complete nonsense.
That is not complete nonsense, right? That is actually genius.
Complete nonsense, yet the system works.
Yeah.
That's a
and we
genius
use
way
it,
of
and
tackling it.
every commercial aircraft in the world uses it.
Wow.
I thought they used the other thing,
What other thing?
the inertial.
The ADIRU.
Yeah. So stay with me. ADIRU, Attitude Direction Inertial Reference Unit.
Yeah, what about it?
It's an INS and an attitude directional system combined into one unit.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
Very,
Every
very
commercial
nice.
aircraft in the world uses it.
They must use them now. They weren't using them 40 years ago. No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. They've been around since the 1970s.
Fucking hell, I was still dealing with analog that long ago.
Fucking hell, are we still dealing with analog?
We were still dealing with analog in the US Army up till a few years ago, for God's sakes.
No, we weren't. We had digital shit in the US Army in the 90s when I was in.
Yeah, they were only starting to turn over into the 90s. Most helicopters were analog up to reasonably, probably just the late 90s, early 90s. That's well, I know because.
Yeah, but see, we used to have the older INS systems actually used mechanical gyros instead of ring laser gyros. INS systems have been around since the 70s. If not the 60s.
That's for you, Mark. To make
How is that?
This is the spooky music. When you play that on a lot of Flat Earth video on TikTok, it makes people think. So I was like, it convinces people to be Flat Earthers. That's why they play it in the background. So I was giving you the advantage. I thought you was going to go into a dialogue response. I thought I'd give Mark the spooky, the Flat Earth music.
That's fucking
Mark, you know how I asked you what evidence you would require to convince you that it's a globe, and you couldn't answer the question. I, on the other hand, can answer what evidence would convince me that the Earth is flat, and the number one thing would be measurement of flatness. Because when we go to, for example, the salt flats in Bolivia or the salt flats in Bonneville in Utah, and we measure them, guess what? They're not flat.
Yeah.
I was right. The first INS system was used in the late 1960s. Yeah, I knew it was the 70s or late 60s. So there goes your 40 years out the window.
Well, it's about 40 years ago, isn't it? Just like I said.
The 1960s was 40 years ago?
Well, it's like 70s.
What year is it now?
70s, 80s.
The late 60s.
It was developed in the late 60s. It probably didn't see an aircraft
the first INS system used in commercial aviation was installed in the late 1960s.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to have a really good look at this system.
Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on, wait a minute. The major carriers like Pan Am and TWA Airlines began routine use of INS systems on their 747s on their 747s in 1968.
Okay, let's see what this is supposed to do to position the orientation and the velocity, direction, and speed of movement. Let's see what it does.
It uses gyros to determine the aircraft's position.
Yeah, listen to now. That's not what it says. Shut your mouth now for a second.
I know how they work. I've been using them for 30 years almost.
An inertial navigation system or inertial guidance system, inertial instrument is a navigation device that uses motion sensors, rotation sensors, and computer.
Gyroscopes. It's okay to say gyroscopes.
And a computer to continuously calculate by dead reckoning, going in a straight line. Very good. Over a curve. Brilliant stuff, this INS. That proves it's fucking flat. It's moving.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, I've got to be honest. Generally, I'd think that was a load of bollocks, but because I put the music in the background, Mark just convinced me with that argument.
Matt, listen to this. It's I'm reading out what it does. Mr. like using 3 gyroscopes to detect the Earth's motion. What a load of nonsense. It just keeps the aircraft moving in a straight line.
Yeah.
No,
so Jimmy, hang on, this is important. Jimmy G says celebrates 2 months of membership on my YouTube. But have you considered nah? So he's basically saying that's your response to everything is nah. And then Jimmy sent a super chat. Actually, give me money. Hi, Nicholas. He said, no gyros mess with my worldview, so I say no. That's what he's saying for you. Yeah.
So
Mark.
Gyroscopes and computers to continuously calculate by dead reckoning.
Yeah. Do you know what dead reckoning is?
What is dead reckoning?
What is dead reckoning?
Dead reckoning is moving in a straight line to the point you're going to. That's what dead reckoning is. Moving in a straight line.
That's not what dead reckoning is. That's not what. Dead
come on,
is.
lads.
That's not what dead. That's not what dead reckoning is.
What is dead reckoning? Yeah,
I want to run something past you here really quickly, Ollie, while I got you here. Now,
Cue the music.
if I was to ask any of you in here, what is the shortest distance between 2 points?
Okay, it's a straight line. What's your point?
My left knee.
Okay, now, okay.
Great circle.
Okay, let me finish. What is the shortest? It should actually.
We heard the question.
What is the shortest distance between 2 points on a flat plane?
Straight line.
It doesn't matter what the shape of the object is.
So,
It's a
because I
straight
know the
line.
answer to this. I know none of you do. I know you don't. So, what is the shortest distance between 2 points on the surface of a sphere?
Straight line.
A straight line.
No.
Great circle route.
Great circle.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not the Great Circle route. I had this. I'll tell you what it is.
Go.
Yeah.
The shortest distance between 2 points on the surface of a sphere are 2 geodesic arcs.
That's not
That's
true
the
at
right
all.
circle route.
Listen to me, let me finish.
Great circle.
Listen to me. Equidistant in length and a mirror image of each other, unless the points are 180 degrees apart, i.e., pole points, then it's one line around the Great Circle only.
Oh, is that not what I just said 50 times?
We use great circles in all navigation. That's the shortest distance between 2 points on a
What's a Great
sphere.
Circle route? Okay, here we go.
A
This is
great
challenge
circle
you on
route
this.
is a
Here
great
we
circle
go.
route is the shortest distance between 2 points on a spherical object.
Exactly.
Wrong.
Wrong?
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wrong. Because you know
Sure.
what? I'll tell you why. I think I know what the problem is here.
I think I know what the problem is. I think I've never navigated anything in my life.
Listen, if you
Mark,
never.
Mark,
please let me finish.
One
If you-
second, Mark. So
Listen,
here
if-
you have Mark. Here you have one navigator at sea and one pilot. Both they are telling you that the Great Circle is the shortest path between 2 points on a sphere, and you disagree with us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you?
Yes, and I'll tell you why I disagree with it. Because here's the deal. Here's the deal. You were told as kids part of learning about the globe was, hey, if you listen to me, listen. If you
hold
put,
on,
listen.
Mark,
Okay,
Mark,
guys, please let me
Mark,
finish.
what does
Please
this
let me
say?
finish.
What does
Please
this
let me
say,
finish.
Mark?
Please let me
What?
finish.
No.
Please let me finish.
What? No, because you said something that was wrong. A great circle route is the shortest path between any 2 points on the surface of a sphere.
Okay. Now, you see the little picture you have of the arcing trail going across the North Atlantic?
Yeah, that's not on a
Okay,
sphere
now listen
either.
to me
is
here.
it?
Listen to me here.
That's not on a
That's the
sphere either.
Mercator projection.
I have
That's
done
a
this flight.
Mercator projection.
I have done that flight a billion times.
How don't
And
you understand?
we're on a ball. We live on a ball.
Wait. You've done the flight. You've done the flight from Japan to Chicago.
No, I've done the flight from Shannon to New York a million times.
Yeah. See that
Million?
flight that was showing on there is from Japan to Chicago. So you've never done that flight.
No, I've never done that. But here, we're on a ball. So remember what they used to teach. If you put a piece of string between 2 points on the ball, it curves.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
But you can flip that. So there should be 2 paths to a point, 2 points on the globe, because you can flip that string over.
No, that's not how that works.
It's a fucking ball we live on.
That's not
It's
how
a
that
ball.
works.
Listen, we live on a ball. We live on a ball. That's what you're telling me.
We live
So-
on a geoid if we calculate
If
normally.
listen, you know what I'm saying. You can't deny it. If you put 2 points on a ball and you stretch the string between the 2 points, you can flip the string over where it makes the complete same arc, but it's a 180 mirror image of it.
Yeah, it'll be on the other.
yeah.
It'll be on the
Great
other
circle,
side.
The Great Circle is the
it'll
Great
be on the
Circle
other
route.
side.
The Great Circle route is the line between the 2 pole points. That's
No,
the
it's
Great
not the
Circle.
line between the 2 pole points,
Yes.
my dude. It's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
It's
It
not.
is. It
It's
is.
not.
No, those are geodesic arcs. They're not
So
the
what
fucking...
a great circle. What a great circle route is if you took a string and wrapped it around, or let's say a metal band, and you wrapped it around a globe, and you just move that band around the globe. Any 2 points that it touches, that would be the shortest route between those 2 points. That is a great circle route.
It will make an arcing. My point was this: if I go from Ireland to America, I fly.
It's still a straight line.
Listen to me. Listen for a
It's
second.
still a straight line.
Listen, you're telling me we're on a ball. If I fly out of Shannon to New York, the
Uh-huh.
plane goes apparently in a northwest direction till mid-Atlantic, and then it dives down a southwest direction down the east coast of the United States.
Right, can I ask, Mark, I need to ask, if you want to do flights, Mark,
you should be able to fly out of New York to the southeast and
think-
come into Ireland from the southeast, from the southwest.
Mark, do you think this is? Do you think we more likely live on this than a sphere?
I don't know what we live on. I don't know.
I'll take that as a yes. Right, so
it's not
tell
a
me
yes,
why.
Matt. Don't be putting words in my mouth. I didn't say yes. I said.
Oh,
I
so
don't
no
know what we
then.
live on.
So no then.
I don't know what we live on, Matt. I
Right.
don't.
Hey, Mark.
But
I don't believe it's a spinning fucking ball.
Okay,
in
so
the vacuum.
It's not about the spinning.
From here to here, 12 and a half hours, that flight from here to here, right? However,
from Australia to where?
To
South
Santiago,
America.
Chile. Yeah.
Chile.
Yeah.
So why is it that from New York to Tokyo over this way, about a third of the distance takes longer than the other flight? Why is that on that? Because that doesn't make any sense.
I can't see the map, and I can't really see what you're showing me, bro. And so, what points are we flying from on that?
We're flying from where my finger is.
Sydney to Santiago.
So directly across to the other landmass opposite, that is 12 hours 45 minutes, and then you're going from kind of, if you can see where New York is there, in the middle somewhere there, I can't point to it because I'm holding it out, over to Japan, which is just off of that way, that island up there. That is longer apparently on this. The flights are there every single day to book. That takes 13 and a half, 14 hours. The other one takes 12:45. On a globe, it makes perfect sense. With the Great Circle routes on this, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay, well, it's the same way as when if I go from Shannon to New York, it takes 7 hours. If I go from New York to Shannon, it takes 4.5 hours.
Shannon to New York is not 7 hours.
6 hours from Shannon to New York.
You just said
6 hours. And then on the way back, I've done it in 4.
It's not 6 hours.
Oh God!
Sure, it's not 6 hours.
Shannon to New York is only about 4.5 hours. I've actually made that flight several times.
It's 4.5 hours from New York to Shannon. It's never 4.5 hours from Shannon to New York.
No, it's about
bullshit.
It's about
It's not 4 hours. It's 6 hours.
It's about 4 hours 45 minutes to 5 hours going from Shannon to New York. I've made that flight dozens of times.
Not as many as I have.
What point are you making though, Mark?
I literally do it for a living. I'm pretty sure I've made that flight more
You've been the
times than you
passenger.
have.
You've been the passenger on the airplane. JT is the actually pilot who is flying that that airplane. It's a difference.
Well,
Mark, can I ask what point you think you're making by saying that? I'm curious.
There's your route. There's your route from Shannon to New York, a globe that we use for navigation.
Yep.
This is what we use to navigate on. Look at it.
Mark, what point are you making saying that it's a different flight time from to and from?
Yeah, there's different. It's much quicker to fly from New York to Shannon than it is from Shannon to New York.
But how does that support anything you're saying? Is what I'm saying.
Because of wind.
Why does it support what you're saying about it takes longer to
No, but
go here
you brought
than
it
does
up.
to go here?
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up.
No, you did. You're the one who pulled.
I'm talking about distances.
Talking about.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So when I'm pointing this to you on this map, and I'm telling you the two furthest points on this map take a shorter amount of time than a much shorter flight. Objectively, anybody could agree. If you looked at that on any map and you said, I'm driving to this place let's look at a map and see which is the shortest route, right? You'd be able to tell if there was a place up the road, and then if you're going to like Inverness in Scotland from the south of England, you'd be able to tell that the place up the road is quicker. You wouldn't need to measure it, right? So if the place up the road took you longer to get to than Inverness, you'd probably say this map's fucking wrong, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
Here,
what's your point?
I'll show him what, Cass.
You're talking about.
I'll show him what you're talking about.
You're
Here,
talking
hey.
about a flight path, and I'm saying to you,
Oh, dear God.
flying from New York to Shannon is about 2 hours quicker than flying from Shannon.
It's
to New
not
York.
2 hours.
It's the same route, though. I
I've done
gave you
it-
two
I've done
different
it in
routes.
4
I gave you
hours.
two
I've done
different
it-
routes.
It's not 2 hours.
I've done it in 4 hours. I've done it
It's
in
not
4
2 hours. Take
I
off
have
the
4
touch.
hours and 5 minutes actually.
It's not 2 hours take off to touch. It's not 2 hours take off to touchdown, dude. It's
I
not.
didn't
It doesn't
say,
take
I said
6
it's
hours
2
to go from.
hours shorter. It's 6 hours going.
It's
Right,
not.
gonna-
It's not.
Okay, Mark, he's going to show you what I was
It's
saying.
not, my dude. I've literally made that flight dozens of times. It is not 2 hours difference
right.
from takeoff
So
to
right.
touchdown. Maybe from.
And
maybe,
then, do you know what I
Jesus
did as
Christ,
well? The
Shut up.
typical flat earther.
Will you
No,
shut?
listen,
Will you shut
Mark.
up, mate? And
pilot,
oh my
pilot,
God.
I took pilot. I took a compass, obviously, onto the plane, and I was waiting for the map to
Yeah,
show me the
your
northwest direction. We
compass-
were flying around the
JT,
Great
JT,
Circle
just
route,
show him
and guess what the
regardless.
compass
JT,
didn't
just show
do?
him the route
It didn't
regardless.
do anything.
He's not going to stop talking.
Pilot,
Oh, good God.
He doesn't want to see the
Pilot.
route, so just show him it. He doesn't want to see it.
Pilot. I will,
Holy
again, I
shit.
would find. I have video of that as well. I would bring that video.
Oh,
I'll
another
put that
video.
right for the next time I come on here to show you this. This is fucking incredible. This
Yeah,
is. Go on, keep going.
Why are you taking a compass on an airplane
hate
that's made
muting.
of metal? You're taking a compass on an airplane that's made of metal, and your compass isn't corrected for the metal and all the electric wires that are surrounding you. Your compass is not accurate on an airplane.
Right,
Why would
take
you
the
even try
opportunity.
using a
Take the
compass?
opportunity while he's muted to show him the route.
So this is what Cast is talking about. This is Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia. It is 6,135 nautical miles. It goes south down by Antarctica. Now, if we do New York, if we do KJFK to shoot, I can't remember Tokyo's fucking identifier, even though I've been there several times.
And it just
and we do to
They have
Tokyo.
two airports. They have Narita, and the other one have.
Yeah, I know. It confuses. Oh, fuck! I all the way back to New York. I didn't want to do that. It's actually not New York. It's actually it's down here. Fuck! Where's that flight at that you're talking about? It's Singapore. But if we do New York to Singapore,
No, it's Tokyo. I brought it up
2,000
yesterday.
miles.
There is a New
It's
York to
2,000
Tokyo
miles
flight.
longer.
Regardless.
Yeah,
If
there
it-
is, but it's actually short. It's actually shorter. The long flight that is actually New York to Singapore.
Yeah, but I had
It's
it
like
up
eight
yesterday, and
miles.
it said it was an hour longer on the actual thing when you book it. I've not got the screen up. I could bring it up, but
Yeah. Well, so this is what I was trying to tell him, right? He's talking about, oh, it's 2 hours longer. When you book a flight, you're looking at depart to arrival. That's not the flight time. That's the flight time plus any ground time that they expect. So when we're flying big airports like JFK, LA, Chicago, Denver, Detroit, big airports that can have ground delays, we bake that time into the time that you see. So that time you see when you're booking a flight, that's just your estimated departure and arrival time. That's not the flight time. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So typically what we do for like New York, for instance, we will bake in on the front side, we'll bake in upwards of 45 minutes for taxi out to the runway due to traffic. But the flight time is only going to be like 4.5 hours, 4 hours and 45 minutes from New York to Ireland.
Matt, my headphones are about to run out of juice, so I'll catch you guys later. Take care. Have a
Thanks,
good day.
Max. See you
Take
later.
care, bro.
Cheers.
Hey, Mark, where do you get your
Mark.
back from? You
Actually,
seem to be so
let's
sure
put
about these
forward the
things.
problem for them. For example, we have the difference between two parallels in the southern hemisphere and the difference between two meridians. And we asked the flat earthers to determine the distance on the red line and on the green line. On the globe, it's actually easier because you have the parallel of 40 degrees south and 45. So you'll have you'll have 5 degrees difference. And what we know on the globe, that 1 degree, every 1 degree of latitude, you have 60 nautical miles. So because you have 5 degrees, you will times this 5 degrees to 60 nautical miles, and you'll get the distance of 300 nautical miles. And if you transform this, it will be 555 kilometers. But on the meridians, the problem is on the globe, the distance between meridians decreased as you go further south or further north. On the flat earth, when you go further south, the distance between meridians increased. In reality, that's a problem for the flat earth because the distances, they are not increasing. Further south you go, they are decreasing. And they cannot solve this problem because if they solve this, they have to admit that the flat earth is wrong. Because at the latitude of 40 degrees south, you will have a distance of 229 nautical miles. At the 45 degrees south, you will have a distance of 212 nautical miles. So it's decreasing, and that's compatible to the globe, but not to the flat earth. And they cannot solve this.
So what, Cass? There's another flight that's going to start in next year. Qantas already did the flight, what we call proving flights, where they took flight crews on board the airplane to make sure that everything will work out.
Right.
It's going to be New York to Sydney.
Yeah.
It's going to be like one of the longest flights in the world. And if you plot that flight on a flat Earth map and then look at that flight on a globe that it is, the airplane on a flat Earth map goes the completely opposite direction that the airplane actually flies.
But how come then when you look at your flight maps, you get all these lovely curves, you get all these lovely curving, you get all these lovely curving lines flying east to west. If you track a flight going south,
exactly what I was going to say.
Because you are looking at a globe that has been spread out and flat.
Mark, just track them yourself. Go onto the tracker, one of the tracker apps, and look at the flights and see where they go.
If you go on, listen, Matt, listen to what I'm saying. Matt, if you go on Flight Radar 24 as a basic one, you'll see the arcing going across the Pacific and the North Atlantic. Listen, you'll see the arcing along the Pacific and the North Atlantic, but you never see it going north to south. You never see it. You don't.
Good God, dude, shut up for a minute.
Listen to what I'm saying. No, you shut up and listen to me. When you look at Flight Radar 24, Matt, when you're looking at Flight Radar 24, you look at the arcing going on.
I'm about to do that. I'm about to do that, Mark. I'm about to do that, Mark.
Look, that's a straight line there now. That's a flat Earth one right there.
No, that's not
exactly
a flat Earth.
Where the flat Earth goes.
That's not a flat
Earth.
globe.
Flat Earth right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks flat to me.
Look at that flat Earth right there. Look at it.
That's a globe, my friend.
It's a flat Earth.
It's a globe.
Mark, shut
Look
up.
at it.
Hold on.
Shut up.
It looks like a flat Earth to me.
That's flat. That's a flat Earth. Are you fucking blind?
Show him.
Are you blind? Are you absolutely blind if you think this is flat?
He's trolling you.
So here you go, Mark. There goes New York to London. There's New York to London. Okay. This is what that route looks like on a globe. Okay.
I've flown that route many times.
Yeah, I've flown it plenty as well. Now, if we go to your lovely Flight Radar right here, and we're going to search route, and we're going to go JFK, and we're going to go to London, Heathrow.
If you guys can hear me, peace out. I'm gone. Thanks for having me on,
mate.
Cast.
See you later, mate.
Out, man.
Thank you.
Now, if we look at this on a 2D projection, whoop. Oh shit! It went away. I didn't want to do that.
Flat Earth confirmed.
If we look at this, on a 2D projection, yes, that's what it looks like. It looks like an arc. Now, do you know why? Fuck, I hate ads. Fucking ads, man.
I know they're annoying.
Ads. Now,
Yeah,
the
it is.
reason being is flight radar uses a Mercator projection. A Mercator projection, the Earth is split at the 180 at the time.
The international datum line.
Yeah, the international date line. There you go. That's where they
There are
split it.
no
and they
arcing curve flights going north to south on your map.
Completely missing
None.
the point.
Holy shit, mate. There are no arcing flights going north to south. Yes, there are. Here you go.
Where?
Oh, shit.
Mark,
Hold
every
on.
time you
Hey,
rant,
look.
I'm gonna have, I can't take it anymore. Every
Look,
time you rant,
look
I'm
right
gonna
here.
be
Santiago to
angry.
Sydney.
Hold on. Look. There's the two flights from Santiago to Sydney right there. Santiago
In real
to
time.
Melbourne. Look at their routes. Look at where they go. They go way
Why
south.
they go
down
Why
near
would they
the
do that,
south?
Mark?
Why
What?
they do that, Mark?
And why can't they go the other way? Why can't they go that particular flight? Look,
Because
there's
this is
Poland
the
out there.
shortest way.
Because this is the shortest
Because
part
that's
between
the
the 2
short-
points on the earth.
shortest route.
You know the Led
Why
Zeppelin
would you go
song?
the other way and use more fuel? It makes no sense. Just to
There
prove
are-
something
why
to
do
some
you use more
dickheads.
fuel?
Lads,
Here you go. Santiago to Chile. Now let's go in the flight plan software.
two geodesic arcs to every point on the surface of a sphere.
Shut
lads. I'm
up.
sorry.
You don't know
Geodesic
what
arc
you're
is-
Two
Geodesic is not an arc.
Mark, are you really
Santiago
suggesting?
to
Mark, are you
Chile.
really suggesting you want people to fly the longest routes possible just to prove something to you that you're not going to accept anyway?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking.
Here you
We
go,
live
Mark.
on a
That's
ball.
exactly what you are saying.
Here you go,
We
Mark.
live on a ball, lads. Come on, we live on a ball. So
Here you go,
if
Mark.
there should be
Santi-
two paths to every point.
No, there's
Two
not.
paths.
There's only one.
Yes,
There's
there
only
is.
one,
It's a
Mark.
ball. It's proportionate in every
There's
direction.
only one.
It's a
Okay.
sphere.
Cool.
It's a
Yeah.
sphere.
Shut
lads.
up,
Mark,
Mark,
do you think?
Oh, lads, you're
Mark.
fuck. I give up on you. You're fucking slow as.
Yeah,
Mark.
Mark.
Mark,
Go on, you tell him. Tell him.
the only other direction would be to come this way and go around
He
this
means
side.
the RAM line. Yeah. He means the RAM
Yeah,
line. But
like that. That would be double the distance than going
Yeah.
the direction it does.
Yeah.
Mark, I've flown before from London to Dublin, right, which is
Oh.
literally go up and down again. Do you think I should go the other way over Europe and Asia and Australia to get back to Dublin to prove it's a ball? Or do you think I should just take the 40-minute flight? Fuck's sake.
he will not.
Let me
Oh.
tell you a
The,
little.
the other route, the other route along the Great
You're not
Circle.
listening. You're fucking
So-
not
so the
listening.
other
You're
route
just
along
fucking
the Great
jagging me
Circle.
off.
Yeah, I'm listening.
You won't
So
let me
here, Mark,
fucking
Mark,
speak
this is
now.
what you're talking about. Shut up. Shut up. No, because I know what
I'm not. You're not
about.
talking about the same thing
Other
I'm
route
talking
for a
about,
Great
you
Circle.
fucking dumbass. I'm not talking about that, you
Oh,
idiot.
oh my God, I am. If you'll shush and
Wow,
listen.
look how.
If we
Fucking
took a
idiots. I'm not
line, if
talking
we
about
took a
that.
rope, if we took
You took your fucking brain to the dentist.
around the globe,
That's what happened. You took your brain to the fucking dentist. That's what happened.
the rope,
What does
the
that
rest
even
of that,
mean?
And he pulled it out.
Shut up. The other part of the rope would go. The other part of the rope would go this way, up across here, and it would come
The
back
fuck are
down
you
across
talking about?
this way.
What are you talking
Be
about? What
way
are you
longer.
talking
That's the
about?
Great Circle.
You
That's
would
the
stop
Great
listening
Circle.
to
Great
your
Circle route.
internal
It's gonna
monologue.
explode. Right.
Long
Okay.
enough
Fuck
to
you
listen
talking
and
about?
learn something.
Wally. Fucking Wally.
That would be way longer than the Great Circle route that we actually fly.
Guys, the shortest distance is one straight line on a flat plane and two on the surface of a sphere.
JT,
Fact.
There's not
Fact.
two. No,
Fact.
there is not.
J-
There
No,
is two.
there's
It's a
not.
ball. It's two.
JT, ask
It's
him
two.
why the
Just like-
okay, Mark.
Just
Why
listen to me
the
for a
fly-
second.
I'm sorry. Enough. Fucking hell. Is I've had all I can stands and I can't stands no more. Right. So, that'll do me for today. I can't go over the same point 600 more times. So anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks for coming up. Didn't mean to just do, but I was never going to get a word in to disconnect anybody there, so I just thought I'd do that and it'd be funnier anyway. Right, so cheers everybody. Thank you for watching the live. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the follows, etc. And I will see you all later. Cheers. Oh my word. There's only so much I can do. When this guy, he didn't even calm down. Usually you can talk to someone for long enough and they might calm down after a while, but he was just getting more and more irate. So cheers. I saw Sharon sent a beer. Buymeacoffee.com/whatcast. Thank you very much, Sharon. Thanks for the super chats. Like on your way out of the door. Please do. The views have been pretty good and the likes ain't been that good. 54 out of 94. There's 40 of you ain't done fuck all. Just press that thumb, please. It really, really helps when this goes off into the world of the Tube of You. I doubt I will be back until Sunday. I mean, you never know. You never know, but I might not be back till Sunday. Cheers, everybody. Thanks a lot, and I will play us out with... I'm going to randomly pick something. What have I got? What is this? See you later. It might play. I don't think that one's going to play.
Don't feel bad for the flat earthers. They've all been depressed since December. It was the final experiment all over the world. They all tuned in. Two of their leaders, they went to see if the sun set. One of them filmed it, the other one cried like a child. But there are a few flat earthers left. They're still delusional, but they're not a threat. There are a few flat earthers left. I can't help but feel bad. They're still virgins. Well, now they live underground. I don't mean that metaphorically, it's where